872-323.
LA filing number 16-7970.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers, LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Thursday, April 10th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 80 in hour one of today's show. We'll talk about the latest with LSU football recruiting and the newest Saints pre-draft visits. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great Thursday, April 10th, 2025 here. Thursday, the beginning of the weekend. Unfortunately, no LSU baseball to look forward to tonight. But
I know.
But probably for the best, given Cade's 130-pitch, incredible complete game performance last week. Very excited to watch him and Sam Dutton do battle tomorrow night. We'll talk a little baseball. We're going to talk a little everything today. Catch up with Coach Torino, hopefully Coach Johnson as well at some point during the show today. Alondra seems to have got hit with a bit of an illness. So she is out today. We got Jordan filling in. We got Tay-Tay and Jakey Wakey here as well. Yeah, finally, the boys, dude. Yeah. Yeah, no girls allowed. This is the He-Man Woman Haters Club this morning. I'm just kidding. Shout out to all of our incredible female listeners. Y'all are the best. Jakey, what's up, baby? How we feeling today?
I'm like you, I got used to having Thursday baseball series and something to kind of spring us into the weekend, and we'd come here on Friday mornings, a lot of fun breaking down an LSU win. But you're right, Tigers probably need a little bit of extra rest. Jordan is in today. I hope he knows that Thursdays he's got an assignment.
Oh, I'm ready, baby.
And he better not fail.
Hey, Jake, I was thinking about you last night, dog.
Oh, it's R&B Thursday.
Yeah.
I was ready.
I feel like you're going to be ready. I got faith in you.
Oh, I'm ready.
I got faith in you.
I made this last night.
So
Okay,
All
let's
right.
go. Prior preparation prevents poor performance. We love to see it. George, you're feeling good today.
Oh, feeling great.
Hell yeah, I love
Feeling
the
great.
energy.
Feeling great.
I like that. I like that hat too.
Yeah,
That is a Saints hat that I have never seen before.
Well, it's the ones they wore this year with the crucial catch, like on the sidelines.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
don't know. Didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Tay-Tay, what's up, dude?
Man, we're doing good today. A little bit of a later night, but softball ultimately got the run rules. We got to get out of there a little bit early.
Nice.
If you want to know why the TV behind Jake and T-Bob is black, it went out last night. It just doesn't work. So
Alas,
that's kind of what we're dealing with.
entropy is a hell of a thing, right? Everything in the universe is slowly degrading and falling apart. It'll eventually result in the heat death of the universe and nothing will exist. I find there's few greater indicators of the process of entropy as just having multiple little kids and watching what happens to your home after you do a deep clean and watching it slowly degrade and stuff not get put away and just get more and more and then you have to do it all again. Well, that's okay.
Well, I was telling you, we'll be fine. You got to watch your laptop screen extra close today.
Yeah, because you can see the reflection, but also you can see the reflection on the stream there. Well, that's good.
So just be careful.
I'm not
Don't go on
generally a thirsty searcher anyway, so we're fine. I'm really not. I see you give me that look, Jake, at the corner of my eye. I'm really not. I promise.
I'm not saying you're searting for it, but it stumbles
T-Bob's
across.
algorithm will.
Generally though, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't. No, I don't. You hear? I really don't. I mean, try to find me a horny follow my entire Instagram. I actually sat there for hours, or not for hours. I sat there for about probably like 30 minutes a couple of months ago and combed through everybody that I follow and unfollowed any thirsty ones that I had maybe in a moment of weakness decided to click that button. I had to prune
you were
it.
Stranded in the desert and you just needed a sip.
I had to prune it like you prune your garden. And I'm better for it. Now, Twitter's a bit of, it's kind of like the Wild West, that's a little bit, that's a little bit different. Who cares? All right. So real quick, because, here's where this gets a bit odd is I know we're a local show and we're going to talk about local sports, and due to our enslavement to the algorithmic gods that rule YouTube, we will reach to talk about the Saints topics and LSU topics today. But I'm sorry, there's nothing more interesting on the planet than the drama that played out with Luka Donic last night. It is something that is so rare. This entire ordeal from the trade day to now is so rare and so insane that I don't care that we're a Baton Rouge morning, like we're going. I have to talk about it right now. First off, I don't know. We didn't talk about this yesterday, but did y'all see what like the Mavericks are planning to do for Luka, Jake? They're putting T-shirts on the seats that said "Thank you for everything" in Slovenian. They had a tribute video ready to go. When I learned about that, I got angry. Like, you don't get to have your cake and eat it too, Mavericks.
Yeah.
You can't deny this man the Supermax, rip him out of his home out of nowhere. On the way out, tell everybody it's because he's fat and lazy and not dedicated. And then turn around 6 weeks later and be like, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Like, he didn't leave for AG. He didn't retire. You kicked him out and talked crap about him on the way out.
Yeah.
It's so disingenuous. And that's the thing. As a kid, you hear about your favorite athlete getting traded or whatever. Or not your favorite. You just hear about an athlete getting traded. And Jake, you could speak to this better than we can. But it's like, as a kid, you're like, okay, yeah, whatever. He's on a new team. Cool. As an adult, you appreciate everything that comes along with that. I mean, no, it's moving. It's a completely new set of friends, completely new social scene, routine, geography, culture, everything. And for Luka, it was probably especially shocking given that he grew up in Dallas.
Yeah.
He arrived there a kid and there became a man and had no desire to leave. And Nico Harrison ripped him away, called him fat on the way out, and then tried to be all lovey-dovey last night. F that. Did y'all see Luka crying during the tribute video?
Of course, man.
Yeah.
Bro, Nico Harrison shouldn't just be fired. He should be tarred and feathered. Like, we need to go full Enlightenment era here and shame him. He needs to be Game of Thrones, walk through the streets of Dallas and shamed.
Yes.
I don't know how I would recover if I was a Mavericks fan.
Did you see him after the game?
I saw him being very...
That arena was full the entire time. They stopped. They took pictures with him. He shook hands with people. I mean, they were cheering Luka Doncic for dropping 45 on their team as he was walking out of the arena.
That would break me as a fan.
Oh, yeah.
Legitimately. I would never be a fan of it. It's mind-boggling.
Yeah, it's trading your superstar in the height of his career for really no reason. For nothing in return.
Street clothes.
It'd be like trading Drew Brees for Derek Carr.
Whoa.
I mean,
I don't even want that in the air. I don't even want that in the air. That is sinister.
Right? In like 2016.
Yeah. In his prime. It's unfathomable. As a fan, it reminds you of how agents, powerless, how you have no agency at all.
No.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you deeply love this thing, and yet your fate is just tied to the whims of a few rich a-holes.
Yeah.
Just because old Patrick Dumont and Nico Harrison wanted to trade Luka, your fandom is ruined. The team you love is no more.
And what you're talking about earlier about like kind of being blindsided by it. Now, I mean, Luka's completely different level than I ever thought about being, obviously. But it's very difficult when you have a family. And I remember when I got released by San Diego, I had no idea it was coming.
You had no idea it was coming?
No, I mean, I was a captain the year before. I was a
Damn.
Pro Bowl alternate. Like, I felt good about signing back with them. And it was like the 11th hour. Like, 2 hours had passed since the cuts were made. So, you're thinking you're good. I was about to go to SeaWorld in San Diego. I remember exactly where I was. And then I got the call, hey, bring your iPad. Norv wants to see you. And I'm like, well, I knew immediately then. But it's like, we've got this house we've now got to move on from. And you've got your, everything, school and your church you're going to and your friends set up. Because it's been 5 years.
Yeah.
You establish yourself.
To put down some roots.
Yeah, and you've got great friends. And it's just all of a sudden, that's taken away from you. And it's like, from where you were established and everything you had going for you in your life, it's like, hey, you got a couple weeks and you're probably going to be going to another team and you're going to be moving across the country and moving on. And probably those people that have been in your life for 5 years, you're probably not going to see them anymore.
No.
That's just the way life is.
It's just how it is. A lot of times as adults, you're friends with the people that you're friends with. And it doesn't mean that you're not like real friends and you don't love each other, but it's because your schedule allows y'all to be, as awful as that sounds. That's just kind of the reality of the situation. Like, yeah.
The craziest part to me, though, was like, I watch a lot of Luka games. The whole time last night, when he's usually frying and cooking the team, he's talking crazy. He's yelling at the refs. He's doing this, pointing at the crowd. He didn't do none of that last night. Like, it was he was sad giving him a 40-ball. Like, he could have gave him more. Like, that was the saddest 40-ball I've ever seen.
It is literally like Shakespearean.
Yeah.
It's like he had to kill his family for some sort of greater good or something. And you could see him kind of, mournfully doing so.
But when Luka's cooking you, he's over there like, oh, you can't guard me, all this. He's doing all that. He didn't do none of that last night. None of that.
He said in the post-game interview, he was like, when they played the tribute video, I didn't think I was going to be able to play this game.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it just wasn't.
And here's the other thing.
That's how good he is. He wasn't even inspired and just dropped 45 on you.
If I'm a fan, that tribute video would make me want to physically riot.
Ooh.
All you're doing is reminding me of how astronomically asinine your decision was. All you're doing is reminding me of how incredible he was, that we just played for an NBA Finals and you decided to trade him for nothing. You idiot. And how about this? So there's an article in ESPN yesterday that dove into a few topics about the return. Like, did the Mavericks tried to line up all kind of sponsors for the night to make some money? And Luka was like, nah. No. You're not going to, businesses that used to work with Luka, he said, no, you're not using my name at all. And then somebody did basically like financial analysis. The Mavericks are expected to lose dozens of millions of dollars this year alone in revenue, getting up to 9 figures long term. And it's funny because they're saying, they didn't want to pay the Supermax. Okay, you didn't want to pay the money? Well, you're losing money. You might end up losing $300 million. At least if you had paid Luka, you would have gotten return. And it's the rare move. We talk about this a lot when you talk about things that kind of like a bit of corporate greed because you don't want to spend the money, right? Like, let's say most of the times when corporations make a decision like that, there's at least a short-term fiscal benefit, but some long-term damage that I think eventually drives customers away, right? Like if you're a big company, you cut customer service. Okay, that's off the payroll. So profits increase in the short term. Shares go up, dividends increase. But long term, the customer experience is worse and they might walk away because they're like, well, the customer service is gone. I can't get anything fixed, blah, blah, whatever.
The Oakland Athletics.
This is the rare case where you made a decision that both lost you millions of dollars in the short term and shattered your long-term brand identity. I mean, it is the most astronomically bad decision I have seen as an adult covering sports. Is that an exaggeration?
No, I don't think so, because you're talking about one of the 5, I mean, no matter who you ask, 5 best players, I think, overall in the NBA. And you traded him for an aging, always oft-injured star in Anthony Davis. Christie, who's like, how many minutes did he play, last night? He played 28, but he came off the bench, only scored 11 points. So combined, the 2 guys you traded him for scored 24 points. And so you got nothing in return for this superstar. And Dallas is like a market where like Luka would have been loved forever. Like they would have always shown up. They would have always been in the building. And you traded him for, like, nobody's coming to see Anthony Davis.
No.
Not one person in Dallas like, oh, you going to watch AD tonight?
No.
Not one person.
Because he's not going to play.
Well, even if he does, but you're right.
50-50 chance.
So, like, it's a head scratcher on every single level. Nothing about it makes sense.
Nothing.
There's not
literally nothing.
There's not one thing you can circle in the pros and cons as a pro for the Mavericks making this move. And I can't think of another trade.
His diet.
That as soon as it happened, you couldn't, like, at least just, like, circle one pro for, okay, it helps you here. There's not one. There's never been one, and there's not going to be one.
It's even so insane that Nico Harrison was so proud of himself for keeping it so quiet. But the problem there, because, obviously, right, like he didn't want it to start to leak and all the drama would ensue. The problem there is, well, first, if you chopped him on an open market and said reaction be damned, you could have maximized what you got.
Oh, yeah.
But secondly, you could have at least gotten an idea. Like, it would have, maybe the fan reaction would have slapped you awake. Like, was Nico Harrison so far up his own ass he couldn't see the sun?
Yeah.
Like
Look.
he completely got blinded by his own ass.
He's one of those guys that thinks
Buried
he's the
in
smartest guy in the room.
Absolutely.
He's that guy. He's
He
the Aaron Rodgers.
initiated
Absolutely.
the trade.
What?
Yeah.
He initiated the trade.
No, I know. It's insane. It's insane.
Hey, you want Luka Doncic? What? You serious? Yeah. For who? I'm not trading LeBron. Anthony Davis. Probably hung up real quick. He wants to trade Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis.
Cannot fathom what went through Rob Pelinka's head.
I promise he jumped out of his seat.
Like, is it like?
Check the calendar. See if it was April 1st.
Did he have to pinch himself and be like, "Am I awake? Is this real life? What?" And look what's happened. Okay, and in case you think this is all just whatever, since that moment, the Lakers are now, well, it was 11-2. They're now 12. When it began, the Lakers were only 3 games up on the Mavs. Now the Lakers are 12-2 since. The Mavs are 7-14. The Lakers are battling for the 3 seed, and the Lakers are now 11 games up on the Mavs.
Yeah.
Unreal. Patrick Dumont, you better hope you get that casino in that new stadium you're planning, because it's all you give a damn about anyway. Dirk Nowitzki said when the trade was announced, he was on a family vacation in the Maldives. It was the last day of the vacay. They had a big family lunch planned, and he was so shocked that he skipped the family lunch to stay in his hotel room and figure out if the trade was real.
Yeah.
And just process it.
And that's the biggest legend in your franchise history.
Like, I don't like the Lakers. I don't like the Mavericks. I don't care about any of these teams, but it's a situation so absurd that I do have real empathy for Mavericks fans. Like, I am mad on Mavericks fans' behalf.
Well, I hate the Lakers, and I think it's crazy. Like, the Lakers get bailed out all
and
the time.
and that's the other part. If
They
you
get
do hate the
bailed
Lakers
out.
like we all do, you just offered him a golden parachute.
Literally.
Now
Every
they get to go from
time.
LeBron to Luka? Why?
Every time.
Why?
They get a superstar that falls in their lap every time. I swear the NBA colludes to get the Lakers to be like contenders.
I
When
mean,
they start to be a falling star, somehow they get a blessing out the sky. They get LeBron James.
It's like, well, I mean, look back to even Shaq, right? The Magic sit
Shaq.
there and develop Shaq forever. Okay, well, now he's a Los Angeles Lakers.
You can go back.
Anthony Davis in North. Okay, well, now he's a Los Angeles
You got on
Lakers.
draft night, you traded Vlade Divac for Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. For Kobe Bryant. The Pelicans draft.
I don't think I was aware of that, actually.
Yeah. Vlade Divac was drafted by the then Charlotte Hornets, and they traded him on draft night for Kobe.
What? They're not, and it's not like Los Angeles are good people. It can't be karma. They're awful people.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're elitist. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Evil empire. That's the real evil empire.
God, I don't know your decisions sometimes. Look, I know it's mysterious to us here on Earth. I don't know. But like the only way I can imagine that this trade went down is because Nico Harrison was possessed. I don't know if it was by the devil or what, but there had to be some sort of possession in play.
Some substance.
To make him think this was a good idea.
Unreal.
Matthew says, isn't the rumor that the new owners of the Mavs are tied to casinos been pushing Dallas and Texas legislature to allow gambling because they didn't get done for another year? Yes, they desperately want to build a new stadium with a casino attached. That is what Dumont and all them are into.
Yeah, you cannot gamble in the state of Texas. The only thing you can do, I believe, is daily fantasy. That's it. No gambling. So a lot of people that I was talking with that were covering the Final Four, like, you can't gamble in Texas?
Yeah.
What?
Daniel Basham, this is a classic case of that Eric Andre meme where he shoots Hannibal and he's like, who could have done this? Yeah, 100%. 100%. All right, on the way out here, and then we'll wrap it up. Tay, give us the player introductions. I want to see the Mavs fans' reactions to Luka last night.
Season from Gonzaga, number 28, Rui Hachimura. At guard in his fourth season from Oklahoma, number 15, Austin Reeves. At forward in his 22nd season from St. Vincent St. Mary, number 23, LeBron James. Please turn your attention to the video board for a special tribute video.
With the 5th pick in the 2018 NBA Draft.
This is going to go on. I do want to watch this later, but I mistimed this, and we got to go to break. All right, more OTB coming up next.
Off the bench.
Go to PelicanRoof.com, and that'll get you in touch with Pelican Roofing. And if you need a roof, you want to trust South Louisiana's most trusted roofing experts. And don't take my word for it. Look at the over 500 five-star reviews online. And if you go to the website, first off, it's a beautifully designed site where you can get an instant quote right there online, or you can fill out a form. They'll get in touch with you immediately to come out and give you that estimate. Or you can just text them right there from the site. And what you got to understand about Pelican, look, like dedicated project managers at every single project, right? Not one guy juggling a lot. No, you get an attention to detail and a focus on your job all the way from answering the phone through cleanup that ensures the best possible roofing services. Go to PelicanRoof.com today.
Yeah, you're going to go to that website. You're going to see over 500 five-star reviews. They are storm ready with your roof solutions, ready to go always in Lafayette and Baton Rouge. Important locations in both. They are in both communities. PelicanRoof.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Life will be purposeless without you. If I want it, when I ask you, you inspire me to be better. You challenge me for the better. Sit back and let me pour out my love letter. Let me help you. Take off your shoes. Untie your shoestrings. Take off your cufflinks. What you wanna eat, boo? Let me
I need some of this music to warm me up. I know we always kind of joke about the studio being cold, but it is quite literally frigid today. I am shivering. I need a jacket.
Yeah, I picked a bad day not to go hoodie, like full hoodie.
Yeah, normally you're all bundled up.
No.
If anybody needs any glass cut, just let me know.
Yeah.
Now's
we
the
got
time.
you. Jeez, I'm peeps.
Oh, man. Jake, are you excited to talk about some potential New Orleans Saints draft picks? Hell yeah. Let's go, baby. Saints hosting.
Hold on. We should get the show started.
We should get the show started. Great job, Jordan.
It's time to get to work, courtesy of Tiger Labor and Staffing, where they can help take care of screening, training, payroll, and more. Now, for starters.
Tiger Labor and Staffing, your local staffing experts, guys. Remember, Tiger Labor and Staffing, one of the ways that they ensure that they find quality employees for your needs is they don't just look at the paper resumes, okay, and then forward you. No. They're up there. They have an in-person onboarding process. They interview the potential employees every morning over a cup of coffee starting at 5 a.m. So, you are getting it's a great vetting process that ensures that you get the perfect employee, whether it's short-term or long-term, to fit your business needs. Go to Tiger Labor and Staffing for all your staffing needs. So the New Orleans Saints are expected to host, and this is kind of, I know I approach this a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but it is a bit because I feel like we're in like a Groundhog Day pattern right now with Saints and LSU football, because it's just kind of the same conversations viewed from different angles. It's like, they're just perspective shifts, essentially. But the name we're about to talk about, I had no idea who this guy was, hand to God. He's kind of intriguing. And that is Arkansas wide receiver Isaac Tesla. The Saints are expected to host him on a visit. And we've talked a lot in this pre-draft process about the need for a big body receiver, right? You got Yalave, you got Shaheed. You got the small guys. You lose MVS. We need a big guy. Well, Isaac Tesla is not just big, but he is an athletic freak. He's 6'4", 214, and he ran a 4.4 340, a vert of 39.5 inches, broad jump 10.9, shuttle 4.05, three cone 6.85. Hell, he even benched 225 17 times. And Jake, wait till you get a load of this. A relative athletic score, RAS, the Saints' favorite metric, of 993. So I don't know, Jake. You probably know, not probably, you know way more about the draft than I do. Do you have any idea where Tesla's kind of being mocked? Like, what pick would this be for the New Orleans? He had about 500 yards for Arkansas last year. He's their second leading receiver.
And he's one of those guys that's going to go anywhere between the 4th and the 6th round.
Oh, okay. I kind of love that as a value play.
And more closer to the 6th round than the 4th round, if that makes sense. And I think it's because of what you just laid out as far as how athletic he is. And look, he had over 500 yards in the SEC. He transferred to Arkansas from Hillsdale College, which is Division II, right? So he's not somebody that was identified at a high school, so a little bit of a late bloomer, or just somebody missed on him because he's got all the measurables, and he certainly has the athletic ability to be able to go out there and be successful. He's got return ability as well, and so that's something the Saints, could use because you have a Rashid Shaheed who probably doesn't need to do that anymore, even though he's really good at it. You got to keep that guy healthy. You need him as your number 2 receiver. This is also somebody that was really good down in Mobile at the Senior Bowl. He was turning heads.
Oh, really?
I understand every reason why he would be on a visit.
You take a shot on this guy. You're telling me 6th-round pick with those numbers? That's insane.
Yeah, and again, everything that you need at that position, he fits. You're looking for somebody that's not the 5'11", 195 or the 6 foot, 200-pound receiver. You're looking for somebody 6'4", 215.
So he's coming on a visit. Georgia edge rusher Mikael Williams just had a visit with the Saints. Saints had also met with him when they hosted that dinner for all the Georgia players. So they've done their homework on Mikael. And I know that if the Saints were to draft him, it would trigger a lot of people because he's kind of a potential type of guy.
Yeah.
He's got freakish numbers, freakish size, but he's a pass rusher that has not met his ceiling at all. But I also want to hesitate, Jake, he is a potential guy, but he's not Marcus Davenport and Peyton Turner.
No,
he has 14 career sacks. He did it in the SEC.
Right.
He was a key piece and started on a Kirby Smart Georgia defense for multiple years. This is not, I know if the Saints were to draft him, and I understand it, cynically, people would probably be up in arms. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't be a little that's unexciting, but I also don't want him painted like drafting Marcus Davenport or Peyton Turner, because it's also definitely not that.
No, it's not that. It's somebody that's done it at the highest level in the Southeastern Conference. I think no matter who you ask, he is a surefire top 10 prospect, coming up in this draft. And so you wouldn't be reaching when I think we were together. I don't remember. I was with someone when the Saints selected Patrick Turner, and I just remember we all were like,
I think I was maybe was that the Pelicans Suns game? Was that the draft? I don't know. Were you at Don Juan maybe or no?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think I was there that night.
Maybe it's Jimmy. I don't know. It was somebody, and we're looking at each other like, what in the hell?
If you said Pelicans Suns, then it definitely was 2021 draft.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah.
Funnily enough, Jake, you actually just called him Patrick Turner.
Oh,
I'm sure nobody batted an eye. Because who knows what his actual name is?
Yeah.
He's given you no reason
to remember.
I did this
before because Peyton Turner is not as good as Patrick Turner, the receiver, was in the NFL.
There you go.
He at least played games. So Peyton Turner, exactly. But when they,
again, I'm not calling you out. I'm trying to reinforce the point.
I don't care. No, when they selected him, I was like, "Who's Peyton Turner?"
I had no idea.
And I feel like I know the draft pretty well.
True.
And I was like, "Who? Who's this fella?" But edge rusher, we asked Nick this the other day, and he didn't really have an answer, and not calling him out. I just don't think it's clear. But if you asked me maybe what you have to have, I do think edge rusher is something that you have to have in this draft.
So insane.
I know.
Because you drafted Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah.
And
you just gave Chase Young a lot of money.
You drafted Trey Hendrickson.
But the funny part,
the NFL sack leader, and now you're out here shaking your hat for edge rushers.
Yeah. And your Hendrickson replacements don't have a combined as total as Hendrickson has had.
It's insane.
It's crazy.
Tay, we got to go to break, but I saw you move your mic over. Did you want to add something here?
You need to stop talking about my new favorite Dallas Cowboys, what you need to stop doing.
Who, Mikal or
Peyton Turner.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Come on, man. This is where he turns his career around.
Actually, you maybe should be excited because the Saints have a little bit of Pelicans disease right now where anytime a guy leaves, they flourish. So, Peyton Turner could actually flourish.
I mean, to your point, Gardner Johnson,
it's
Zach Ball,
it's all over the place.
Yeah,
it's just like the Pelicans. I'm seeing Dyson Daniels kick ass, Nickeil Alexander-Walker's out here kicking ass.
Let's just go to break. I don't want to talk about the Pelicans.
Dyson Daniels is up for NBA Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah. You drafted him! Yeah, why do we keep giving these guys away? All right, let's go to break. When we get back, more OTB.
Off the bench.
Go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. The website's a great place to go check out the incredible inventory that they have over there on Airline and Goodwood. You can also see some of the great deals. Buy 3 tires, get a 4th tire for $1.
$1?
$1. In this economy, love it. But in all seriousness, I know that things are a little tight right now, and All-Star has a lot of great options. They can, no matter the budget you're working with, they're going to find you an answer that works for you and your family. Also, if you go to the Body Shop Service Center, you mentioned OTB, you get $250 towards that deductible. Go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
When you go to that website, see what they have available, buying new, leasing, and renting. We tell you every day, because it is factual, all 3 of those processes, everything's available, right? So you don't see that anywhere else. If you've got a spring break, summer vacation trip coming up, go ahead and reserve that Toyota. Call Miss Lisa Sessions today in that rental department, All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you. Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
It's a major move right here, baby. You gotta get with it to get lost. You understand? Yeah. This young Lord reporting live from Atlanta, Georgia. Decatur, West Grace.
How quickly will this segment leave the rails? It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Right off the back, man, the boy got dollars, so women come frequent like flight mileage. It ain't no secret. I might holler, but I ain't gon' sweat you, baby. I'ma let you catch up with your game.
What up, y'all? Welcome back.
Cause I ain't gon' bless you unless you feel a little desperate. Send a nigga a
Adam
text
Field
message.
says if Dyson stayed in New Orleans, he'd likely get hurt tying his shoes for the year. True.
No, it'd be something more just obscure and random. He'd be having beignets and the sugar would get caught on the bottom of his shoe.
He just
and he
falls
would
into a
slip
diabetic coma.
That too.
He eats a beignet and then never wakes up.
Slips on powdered sugar.
Are they calling him the Great Barrier Thief?
Yes.
Oh, no.
He also just signed a exclusive shoe deal with Adidas. He didn't have this type of motion on the Pelicans.
Oh, what a sick nickname. A sick name.
The most steals in the season in NBA history. Dyson Daniels, shout out. I mean, hey, man. He also said the Pelicans were soft and were cursed. So.
He did say they were soft and they are soft.
Wait, he said that?
Oh, yeah, he definitely said that.
Oh, no way.
Watch the Pelican scoop, man. I cover everything.
I know. I'm sorry. Look, I too have been. I've been talking about the Mavericks having their fandom broken. My Pelicans fandom's been broken. I've been checked out.
Yeah.
For
I don't blame you. You should be.
Almost 2 years now.
You should
almost 2 seasons. It's very sad.
Zion's in the headlines again for not basketball reasons.
Yeah, I'm not going to blame this one on him, but yeah, I mean, this is just a crazy stalker.
I will.
But
I will.
Yeah, but that's because you're still checked in,
Yeah.
and all you're dealing with, like, you're just surrounded by negativity.
Yeah. I'm
like
swimming in it.
there is not even a ray of sunshine. That's why the Pelicans need to hire Michael Malone.
Yes.
Do you think he would come here?
No.
Because he's obviously going to be a hot candidate. Anybody who needs a coach is going to want Michael Malone.
Depends on what else comes available.
I don't know. Okay, so let's play this game again, though.
Let's play it.
Because if healthy, the biggest if in history, the Pelicans should have a pretty attractive starting five.
And they're young.
Yeah, and they're DeJounte Murray.
But the problem, though, is DeJounte's not back till 2026. Trey Murphy just had surgery last month for a torn labrum.
What do you mean? He's not going to be back at the start of this next season? He got hurt in the first game.
No.
No, he
tore
came back.
He came back from that and got hurt again.
Oh, I thought he tore his Achilles game one. I
No, he had
forgot.
the hand injury game one.
He broke his hand game one.
No.
A perennial Iron Man in the NBA breaks his hand in the first game he plays with the Pelicans. Keep that in mind.
I did not know that about Murray. He was viewed as an Iron Man before that?
He's one of those guys that doesn't miss games. Like he's,
Okay, so we're just cursed. I mean, so
Yeah.
it's just,
and
whatever.
he breaks his hand game one.
Whatever, we're just cursed. Never mind. So Michael Malone's definitely not coming here.
No. Well, I mean, no.
It sucks, dog. You're looking at DeJounte not back till 2026. Herb Jones, torn labrum. Trey Murphy, torn labrum. So Zion, gratefully, I know it's been reported he's not hurt. They're just tanking. He's finally healthy going to an offseason, so that's good. But
Jordan,
the problem with Zion is, listen.
He has to. You don't have a choice if you're going to love this team.
The problem with Zion is his biggest, I guess, downfall is free time. He is one of the worst people at managing his free time.
True.
If he just had a babysitter.
I saw a picture or little video of Mariah Mills yesterday.
Oh, man.
And
yeah,
that's just freakish.
Yeah.
That's Zion. Come on, man. Yeah. You don't need to be messing with Mariah Mills. That woman, and this is mean. No. But she looks like a circus freak. Like it's. I think it's deeply unattractive.
You're just telling the truth.
It's deeply unattractive.
He likes that, though.
That is devious levels of horny from Zion. Just truly devious stuff.
He's a devious guy.
DeJounte Murray is going to make his debut next season before Zion. Okay, let's just get that out of the way now.
No, Zion's not hurt.
I know. He's never hurt.
He's not hurt right now.
Daniel Blunt Zion has no kids. He needs to have a baby. No, he does.
No, he does. He has
daughter.
2 kids.
Yeah.
He has 2 kids.
Oh, he has 2. I thought he had 1.
Yes.
I'm looking at this box score from the Nets game, the last game the Pelicans played.
I don't know any name you're about to read.
Oof, Jordan, do you know these names? I mean, I know you.
Unfortunately, I do know these names.
I mean, my God, you do a Pelicans podcast.
Yeah.
Like, who are these people?
Read them. I want to hear them.
Antonio Reeves, Carlo Makovich. Who else?
Yeah.
You don't know.
Who's
Alfred
Lester?
Payton. Yeah, they just called that guy up from Birmingham. Like
The thing is, Jake
guys.
knows NBA names, though,
Yeah,
normally.
not
Through
these.
gambling and fantasy. Like, Jake normally knows the depths of rosters to a way that always impresses me. And even the Pelicans have extended beyond his knowledge base.
How many times has Alfred Payton been with the Pelicans?
Alfred's back!
He's back.
Hell yeah.
And he balls out every time.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Third stint.
He does, and I love watching him play. But it's like, yeah, he's back on a 10-day.
Yeah.
Anyway,
This cat Lester, whose last name I can't even try to pronounce, he got 20 minutes last night. Jamal Cain got 16 minutes. He scored 15 points.
So, Chat's Jamar Cain. I thought he was coaching. Where's he at? Miami now?
Broncos, right?
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, yeah, it is Broncos.
Yeah, this is Jamal.
Okay, Chad's saying Chad's very upset. We're talking about Pelicans. Why the negativity this morning? Look, it's
we're not local radio.
We kind of stumbled into this.
No,
and yes,
no, we're not.
And we haven't had a good Pels refresher in a minute. And we have our local Pelican expert, the guy who still covers the team that nobody else wants to. So
True.
I think it was that.
True. Trenton Wofford did have 22 points against the Pelicans, former LSU, basketball player. The Pelicans also let Drew Timme give him 16-9.
Damn. I thought about Drew Timme in a long time.
He's been in the G League.
Yeah, man. Look, it's all
Drew
bad.
Timme gave you 16-9.
But it can be worse though. Listen, if this lottery is anything out the top 3, code red, hit the button, blow it up at that point. You gotta trade that pick. It's all bad.
Was the Dallas tribute to Luka weird? Says Mr. Big. Absolutely. Weird, dumb, all of it. Hour 2 coming. Well, let's close out hour 1, then we'll kick off hour 2.
Off the bench.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac. Our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Brands on one lot. Shop BayouAutomotive.com.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
I don't need no dreams when I'm by your side.
Hey, you want to see a cool video? Taylor, go in. Oh, I'm loving this. I don't even know what this is, Jordan. I'm loving this.
Wait, you say you don't know who this is?
I mean,
It's Michael Jackson.
you don't know who it is just by listening to it?
Wow.
No. I wouldn't.
Tay, like you knew who this was, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Like first sound of the voice.
Yeah, okay.
Didn't even care what the song was.
Right.
Hey, okay, look where it says Merry Juicemas and get me that video.
Yeah, it's loaded.
Because y'all know what today is?
Yeah.
It's the Bronco chase, right?
That's not what I was going to say.
Masters?
April 10th?
Apparently.
The white Bronco?
I believe this is Bronco Chase Day. Make sure. No, that was June 17th. Why do they call this Juicemas?
Juices.
On the Rome Show in the Jungle, I've been getting bombarded with stuff where they're talking about Juicemas, and it's some OJ anniversary. I don't know why they celebrate it, but the point is, one of the listeners ended up sending me this video. It is a real blast from the past. It's from a night pregame show.
I'm a little Cajun boy from Cutoff, Louisiana, about 50 miles south of New Orleans. But I never looked at myself, and I still don't, as a celebrity. You can talk to people I went to high school with, college with. I haven't changed. I'm the same person I was when, I won the state championship in high school in 1977.
Hebert rolling to the right. Kurt Clark puts pressure. The pass.
Look at that.
The players called a touchdown. The South Lafourche fans are going crazy.
Being a local kid, do you think that has that made it tougher for you? I mean, the fans harder on you?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, they demand a lot from me. I know in 1990 when I sat out, it was like I was trying to run away from home. I knew if I came here and played well and had success, I mean, I can run for governor of Louisiana or mayor of New Orleans and get a lot of votes, but then if I wouldn't win and wouldn't have success, they want to hang you by the nearest tree.
I think you say that anymore.
How frustrating was it when you had to make the decision that you wanted out of here?
Well, actually, it wasn't that hard because it was a business decision, football decision. I looked at the market and, what I thought I should be getting paid as far as how I produce. People would say, what did you gain from 1990 holding out? Well, now I think it's all coming to pass. The way the judge has ruled on Plan B and has been declared illegal, and nobody was damaged more than me on the Plan B because I was the only guy to miss the whole season.
It's very distasteful. I think a lot of things were said that shouldn't have been said. I think there's a total misunderstanding of what happened, very frankly, but that's history, and I'd rather not dwell on that. I hope Bobby is happy back here with the Saints, and I hope he continues to play here until he's ready to retire.
Mr. Finks, I don't know if it's the older football mentality, but it doesn't matter what age you are, but if you're younger than him, he's a good kid. He's a hardworking kid. It was like, hey, I'm a man just like you, so treat me like a man. But, I'm not a vindictive person. I'm an easy, happy-go-lucky person, and I get along with anyone. If they don't want to get along with me, it's because they don't want to.
What's your relationship with Bobby now?
It's okay.
So it doesn't bother you at all that they would allow you to sit at home and not play at all?
Right. Well, no, because I think that's why you have courts. And that's why I think eventually I will reap the benefits from that. And so, I'm just going to look at it from a positive point of view, and I'm not going to be hard-headed and hold a grudge, because that's not going to, accomplish anything. But I'm not naive. I've been around long enough to know that when they say they care about you, man, they don't really care about you. They care about you if you can play. If you can't play and you can't produce, they're going to get rid of you. I mean, that's just the way football is. And, you tell these young guys sometimes when they talk about, oh, yeah, they'll take care of you. I said, man, you better not believe that. They'll take care of you if you can play. If you can't play, you'll be on the streets getting a real job.
Hell yeah, dude. Shout out to the Cannon. So, again, it started as an OJ thing, but never forget, that's pretty crazy. You talk about being a man of principle. That man set out an entire year in his prime and was a key part in creating what we know today as free agency. I thought that was, man, he sounds different, huh?
He does sound different.
He still got these younger, you got that thick Cajun accent still. Kind of lost a little bit over there. You don't realize till you hear something like that, but
yeah. When he was trying to say with.
Oh man, that was great. Screw you, Jim Finks. Hour 2 of OTB coming up next.
Off the bench.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111, your law firm for a lifetime.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, 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 yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Oh, what's going on, y'all? Welcome in. Another hour of OTB, and it's Thursday at 8 a.m., which means we catch up with the head coach of your top 5 LSU softball program, and that is Coach Beth Torina. Coach, what's going on? How you doing here on this Thursday?
Doing good, doing good. I'm holding on to something for you guys that you wanted.
Pray tell.
I should have stopped by this morning.
Oh, the 6 psychedelic softball shirts?
Yeah, I should have stopped in this morning and given you a gift.
Oh, let's go. Hell yeah. Well, how about this? We'll meet on your time. We'll find you.
Yeah.
You don't need to find us.
Right.
We'll find you given your impossibly busy schedule. Thank you so much. So I'm very excited for that.
Yes, they're on my desk waiting for you.
I'm going to Grateful Dead next Thursday. It actually might be a...
I think that might be the shirt.
Yeah, not a bad
Might
shirt
be the
to
play.
Okay, well, send a person.
I wish we had a runner. We don't have a runner.
So LSU softball, massive series coming up. Great win last night, first off. Great series win last week. We'll get into all of it. Massive series coming up this weekend, traveling to College Station. It's number 3 A&M against number 5 LSU. Again, going to be just a big time matchup. But before we get there, let's look back, Coach. Taking 2 of 3 off of Alabama. Another series win. You now have an SEC best 13 wins against ranked opponents. How'd you feel about your team coming out last weekend?
Yeah, of course we wanted to get the one on Sunday. Hate that we let that one slip away, but always good to win a series in the SEC, especially against a ranked team. And especially, I've learned this as LSU coach, you want to keep the Tiger fans happy, you beat Alabama. That's what you do.
Yep, straight up. Straight up, beat the Tiger.
In Florida, but that's another conversation, Coach.
I didn't want to lead. See, and I didn't want to lead with the Sunday thing, right? Because I know that kind of sticks in your craw. But like at the end of the day, it's still a very good series win. Mission accomplished there. I know that you said after the game that, look, I went to church, so it wasn't that. But have you identified maybe where some of the perceived Sunday struggles have come from?
Yeah, I didn't love how I managed the pitching staff on Sunday. I think we have a better plan moving forward. So I didn't even have Sid Burzon in the game. Mm-hmm. Trying to get her a little bit of rest there, and she's feeling fine. So there really probably was no need for it. So better plan moving forward. We got some thoughts and ideas in our pocket, and we're going to get that Sunday game win here coming up.
Yeah, but Coach, it's still like, I know you're right. Like the Sunday thing, you certainly want to get figured out. But the thing that I've talked with you about all season long is just the bounce back after a loss. That's what's been so impressive. And, these midweek games aren't easy. I hope that everyone understands that there's a lot of really good softball teams throughout the state of Louisiana, as you well know. And so Louisiana Tech and McNeese and ULL, all these teams that you're playing in the midweek, your team's bouncing back every single time.
Yeah, and I agree with you. We were talking about it last night, how many great softball programs there are in the state of Louisiana. Another really well-coached, well-prepared group last night with Louisiana Tech, who, has beaten an Auburn, Oklahoma State, like they beat ULL the night before. Like they have some good wins on their resume. So I think it was a really good win, a really complete game by our team. It was nice to see Tatum Clopton go the distance for us, which was really cool. What a story she is. I mean, being out for 2 years with a shoulder injury and just getting better and better every time she takes the mound. So a lot of really cool things, I thought, last night.
Well, and Taylor during the commercial break was just talking about Clopton. What does that do for your kind of depth as a staff when you're approaching these weekends series, her continued emergence?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's part of Sunday, right, is being able to give people some different looks. And Vallejo coming on strong here late, and Clopton, I think, will add to that. It's so tough with all the film and the things happening around our league and around our country and our sport. I think beating somebody, Sid Berzon going out and as talented as she is, getting somebody out 8, 9, 10 times on a weekend is really, really tough. So nice to give her some help.
So, Coach, as you go into, every time we talk with you, another ranked series, and this one's going to be on the road. Texas A&M, number 3 team in the country. Obviously, look, you're a great softball team. You're number 5. It's going to be an absolute battle. What are some of those small little margin things that you can do when you're going on the road in the SEC, like when you're putting your checklist together, I guess, with your coaching staff? Hey, on the road against a team like this, we have to get this done.
Yeah, I think they're a really complete team. They have a good pitching staff, an All-American pitcher, left-hander, throws 70 miles an hour. We have our work cut out for us. And then a complete offense that runs well and swings for power. So, a lot of things have to go right for us. We've got to be well prepared. We've got to have a good plan, both offensively and on the mound. And, we're working hard to do that today and tomorrow. And, it just keeps going here for us. We got them this weekend. Texas is number 1. The following weekend, Florida, who's been a top 5 all year, the following. So, we've got to be playing our best softball right now.
Yeah, it's kind of insane, Coach, where it's like, and do you feel any of this where, like, everybody's so good that you're almost freed from the burden of overhyping a series? Like this can't become something bigger than it is because this is a thing that you have to do every single week. Do y'all like feel any of that?
Yeah, I like how you're saying that. I think I do. I like how you're saying that. I think everybody wants to show up though and be super competitive and take a series. And I think our team is so good about not really caring about who's on the other side and understanding that people have to play us, right? They have to beat us this weekend. And I think our team has done a great job of that all year. So it'll be interesting to keep a young group going throughout obviously there'll be some ups and downs, right, over the next 3 weeks. Just keeping them strong, keeping them going will be a huge part of it. But hoping we're playing great softball and they won't be ready for the Tigers.
Well, and that's the other thing, right? So often we're guilty of not talking about the fact that, yes, they have to play us as well. And you look, this is an LSU team right now, number 2 in the country with a 362 team batting average, number 1 in the country with a 469 on base percentage, 8 starters hitting over 340. Danica Coffey's up at 447. Tori Edwards is hitting 440 with 14 homers, 57 ribbies. The staff is 3rd with a sub-2 team ERA, 3rd lowest opponent batting average. So make no mistake, these Tigers as intimidating as anybody in the SEC. What are the specific...
Man, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great after that. Like, I just bring you around and you just say these things in my head. I'm like, man, who can beat the Tigers?
It is. Again, I think it's important to kind of put that perspective back out there as we kind of preview these series. Now, obviously, anytime you have to go on the road, that's an added degree of difficulty. In your experience, what are kind of the unique challenges of hitting the road in a big series like this?
Well, it's definitely a tough place to play. Their crowd is loud. They have all like the cheers in unison. They have all the things over there, right? It's one of the toughest places to play for sure. And then I know there's been a lot of buzz. We swept them here last year, so it's something that they've got circled on theirs as well. They had a lot of trouble with Sid Berzon to get all 3 wins last year in the series. So they've had this one circled on their calendar for a bit. So we're going to have to do a good job of just being ourselves in the beginning and then maybe having a few tricks up our sleeve as well.
Coach, I don't say this to freak you out, and you already know this information, so I'm just repeating it to you. But coming up on the schedule, it is in the RPI, number 1, number 3, number 6, and number 8 to finish the season. Now, LSU's number 4, so like T-Bob said, they should be, circling you as well. But, like, when you have a stretch like this, do you mention it to your team? Even though every single weekend, like T-Bob said, you're facing a ranked opponent, but do you say, hey, here's the stretch. Here's the series that let's dig deep. Let's play championship softball. We're playing against teams that we might play in the postseason. Like anything to kind of point out who you have coming up, or you just go series by series?
Yeah, I think we've just got to play the next pitch. Like, I know it's cliche, but I think if we really try to chew on this whole thing, we're going to be overwhelmed, right? Like, I think we have to play the next pitch. And then I think the big thing for us as a coaching staff is if we have an opportunity to win some of these games late, if we're in a game late, we need to be cutthroat and make sure we get that win, right? No saving anything for the next day. There is really no tomorrow in these. If you have an opportunity to win one of these, you take it. So I think that's, as a coaching staff, what we have to keep in mind.
Heck yes. Thank you so much, Coach Beth Torina. Massive series coming up this week, guys. It's going to be so much fun to watch. The highest quality softball in the country going to be on display at College Station this weekend. 6 p.m. on Friday, 2 p.m. on Saturday, 1 p.m. on Sunday. Coach, thank you so much. Best of luck this weekend. You and the girls go kick some ass.
Not that one of these games is going to go bad, but if they do, I'm going to call you for that hype again.
Yes,
okay?
let me know. I'm
got
there.
you.
Just let me know. I got you,
Hype
Coach.
man. Right. Okay.
Somebody in the chat says the T stands for Torina Hype Man. Hell yeah. There you go.
I love
Call
that.
me Torina Bob.
I love it.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much.
Coach.
You're the
Thank
best.
you. All right. Okay. Bye-bye.
Coach Beth Torina, legend. Again, I mean, it is
Torina Bob.
It is important to point out, though, like LSU's awesome too.
Yeah, for sure.
Know, like I actually don't entirely know how A&M's ranked above. I know they're well. I mean, I guess it's because they are.
Well, they're number one in the RPI.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I was gonna say they're slightly ahead in the. I think they're one win better in the SEC. Maybe
so in the RPI, Texas A&M's number one. You have them this weekend. Florida's number 3. You have them in a couple of weeks. LSU's number 4. Arkansas, who you have here coming up, they're number 6. And then another series you have coming up, Texas, is number 8. And all that's in the RPI, not in your top 25. But in your RPI, Texas A&M number 1 in the country.
You know, again, at a certain point, it's like, okay, this is just it. You know, this is just, it is what it is. You don't get too high, don't get too low. Just go out there and kick ass.
I'll just give you real quick. Out of the SEC in softball, these teams in the top 25 in the RPI, A&M, South Carolina, Florida, LSU, Arkansas, Texas, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Auburn, Mississippi State, Alabama, Georgia, and Ole Miss, all in the top 25 in RPI. Actually, top 23 because Ole Miss comes in 23, so the last one there. So
this is a great weekend for watching with the homies, right? No games in Baton Rouge, but massive series taking place for both baseball and softball. All right, when we get back, more Off the Bench. Keep it locked. Got some LSU recruiting news.
Off the Bench.
Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge. All-Star Toyota, BatonRouge.com is the website. If you need a body shop or service center, we're open to all makes and models. Okay, so if you get in an accident, why don't you go check out what All-Star Toyota can offer you? Free professional estimates, exit lines of communication, rapid turnaround times, and you mention OTB, you get $250 towards that deductible. Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, All-Star Toyota BatonRouge.com.
Yep, go to that website today, and they've got something for everybody. Buying new, leasing, and renting. We say it all the time. Multiple options and multiple midsize SUVs, multiple sedans, multiple hybrids. They got the full-size SUV. They got the Sienna minivan, multiple trucks. Like, whatever you need, whatever your family's needs are, they're going to be met over at All-Star. And you can buy new, right? Everybody's going to have everything available. It's everywhere. But when you lease and when you rent, the fact that they have everything available, you're not going to find that anywhere else. It is super simple. Call Miss Lisa Sessions today in that rental department. Summer vacation, spring break vacation, all that coming up. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Doing this one for all the ladies. H-Town boys.
How quickly will this segment leave the rails? It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Knocking the boots. G.I. Shazam Dino. They gonna do a little something for you.
I love Michael Jackson.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo. Check the verse.
Last night I thought back when we made good love, listening to some Marvin Gaye all night long. I want that whole thing back.
Have y'all ever seen the clip of Jamie Foxx talking about the first time he's like meeting Kanye West, and Kanye's trying to sell him on this song, and it's the one, you want some Marvin Gaye, some Luther, that's and Slow Jams, I believe. And he's like, this kid just like wanted me to sing it his way. I'm like, I'm Jamie Foxx. Like, well, hold on, wait a minute. You gonna tell me how to sing this song? And he's like, so whatever. I just recorded it and did it his way or whatever. Yeah. And he's like, that song's gonna tank.
And it went crazy.
He said, then I went and filmed a bad movie. I don't know what movie it was. Like, I filmed a bad movie, and I come back and that song's number one.
It's a weird thing, genius, isn't it? Because Kanye, for a long time,
sad,
certified genius. Like, the music. I mean, hell, even when he starts doing fashion, he makes stuff that I was like, that looks stupid, and then it's a multi-billion-dollar empire. But he seems to have lost it now. But still.
Lost his fastball.
Music's good, though. Or it was good. I don't know. Has he put out any new music lately?
It's not old Kanye. It's not hitting on graduation or, college dropout Kanye, but no. It ain't that. That's
graduation and college dropout. That was my Kanye that I grew up on. Yeah. We used to listen to every day carpooling to and fro from school.
Simpler times.
Yeah, simpler times. You ain't lying. It's like the 30th anniversary of the Goofy movie was yesterday, and man, simpler times.
30 years ago happens, just like that.
It's kind of crazy how
that's funny
much I used to love the Goofy movie, but how it kind of I never think about it. When I think about the great Disney movies, I never put it in there. But I remember in college, I used to get really drunk and then bully the DJ into putting the perfect the song from the Goofy movie and the Powerline song and doing the perfect cast dance on the stage. Stand down, you notice me.
On this day in 1995, DVDs were introduced.
What?
Wow.
On this day in 1995. Coolio's Gangster's Paradise was the top song of the year, and the Macarena went viral. Also, on this day in 1995, Michael Jordan returned from retirement.
Wow.
He retired this day in 95? Or he
He came
returned?
back.
Okay, I was about to say that. Okay, yeah, he returned from retirement.
So this is 45, Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
So
that actually does feel like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Like for me, I remember we were on family vacation. I remember watching him come back wearing the 45.
I was watching a clip from Space Jam the other day. So I'd forgotten that when he's going through his baseball struggles, it's a very young Jim Rome on the television berating Michael Jordan.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, baseball bat, get this man a tennis racket. Come on, Mike, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's funny now because you see, oh, okay, this was the beginnings of what we have now with Stephen A. and everything else. Like, this truly was the track being laid for where sports media is going to go. Because, like, Michael's kids watching it, and Mike's like,
yeah, true.
He's like, what, there's not anything else on the TV? Or something like that. And it's like, well, you know. And now you got LeBron out here talking about how the sport is covered and negativity, blah, blah, blah. It's like, damn, this was kind of the
start,
the origins of that in a lot of ways.
This day in 1995, New York City bans smoking in all restaurants that seat 35 or more.
Damn!
Y'all probably... Maybe.
I remember.
Do you remember
when,
walking into a restaurant
and they would say smoking or non?
I mean, I barely remember. That makes sense. So maybe growing, you know, probably
LP, a little bit
LP
longer.
might have been a little bit longer to adjust.
I
Because I barely remember.
Like Baton Rouge. I remember going like any
Really?
famous restaurant in Baton Rouge. Yeah, and they would always ask like smoking or non.
Damn,
and my
so-
mother like thought smoking was like the biggest sin. So like guys, they would be like smoking or she's like non. We want non-smoking.
I just
I'm like,
remember
all right,
Waffle
Mom, chill
House.
out.
We used to go to Waffle House all the time, and that always had smoking, which is
Really?
funny because Waffle House is an intimate environment.
Yeah.
So like the idea that there could
there's
be
a
a non-smoking section in Waffle House is deeply funny.
I mean, how many times
blows my mind.
I can remember walking in, smoking or non, the wait's going to be 35 minutes. How much for smoking?
Really?
5
Oh,
minutes.
yeah, true.
All right,
we
let's
did
get
it
smoking.
because I mean we were a family of. I guess my brother wasn't around yet, but like it was 4 of us. Like yeah, if it was a 45-minute wait, we did it once or twice.
What
It's like
is going
anything.
on?
It's like anything else where like doing too much of it is awful, but it would be pretty surreal to burn a dart at a dinner.
I mean, you had it on your
Inside.
Masters Champions meal.
Yeah, I know, but we'd have to go out on the rocking chairs. For
Yeah.
it. I don't think we'd be allowed to burn it inside.
Finishing cigarettes with you.
That's crazy to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Cognac and a cigarette.
I mean, it's even crazier to think that they used to have ashtrays on airplanes.
You could smoke on
You can
planes.
smoke on airplanes. Yeah.
That's wicked.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
wicked.
That's crazy for me to even
I
wrap my
would
head
hate
around.
flying. I would hate
I
flying.
feel like you're not allowed to do fire on airplanes. And
I
people
know.
are just sitting here
Just light up a dart right there.
lighting up.
Imagine going through security and they find like the lighter and all the fuses. You're like, it's for my cigarettes. Okay,
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah.
Avo Marzwani says 3 years ago we went on a trip back home and they asked us smoking or non. Happiest day of my dad's life when he got to smoke a cigar while eating. Hell yeah.
That's wild, man. I'm staring 25 in the face, man. It's brutal. It's
Oh,
brutal.
shut
It's
up.
brutal.
You say 25?
25.
Yeah, I turned 25 end of the month.
Shut your ass up.
Just don't eat
brutal.
it.
It's brutal.
In less than a month, I'll be 40 years old.
Yeah. So you need to shut up with your brutal 25.
Yeah.
Dude, it's brutal, man. It's brutal.
Enjoy this time.
Oof.
Mid-20s are some of the best.
Awesome.
Because you got a job, you're hitting a little bit of a life rhythm, feel like you're learning some stuff, but you still have a lot of freedom, partying every weekend. It is insane. I feel like I spent my entire 20s in some sort of pointless competition with myself about how drunk can I get on Friday and Saturday. Like,
I'm not doing that, but
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
That's why when you're trying to talk about drinking more beer than me, you're stupid.
Listen, man. I told you I was feeling kind of sick that day. I was feeling kind of sick that day.
Yeah.
I had a bug. I had a little stomach bug.
Yeah, good. Okay. Try me any day. Okay. I stay ready.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want this.
Talking about a
Bottom
drinking
line.
competition?
Yes.
He's still on that. Look, what happened was.
Look, no, Jordan. There's nothing you're going to tell me that's going to make me believe that you could do better than T-Bob. If I had like a beer Olympic team from the station,
I got to be on that team. I have to be on that team.
T-Bob's the first choice, and then
I've heard your fastball.
And then Matt Flynn's the second.
Now Matt should maybe be first pick for skill at games if it was like an Olympics, if we were doing like beer pong and stuff. But if we're just talking about volume,
that's why we need both of you.
Yeah, I'll take.
That's why you're both on the squad.
Exactly.
T-Bob could be the anchor. I could be second leg.
Jordan, you're not on the team.
Jordan, you're not on the team. That's what you don't understand. You're in the G League.
Yeah,
you're in Birmingham.
You're
not even Jordan. You're not even first alternate.
You're Rudy. You're going to the dress list and you're looking for Jordan, and it's just not to be found.
No, I didn't make the. I'm like, all right, second leg. I got you, coach. Got you.
Nowhere to be found, bro.
I put on performance. Come on, man. Throw me in the water, I'ma swim. Nah, and that's not a joke. I swear, yes, I can swim. But throw me in the water. Throw me in the water, I'm going to swim. Yeah, I promise you. Throw me in that water, I'm going to swim.
Matt, he says, T-Bob, I don't know how you could party into your mid to late 20s. I'm 26 and I can't hang anymore. If I'm not in bed by 10 p.m., I'm struggling. That's probably for the best, Matt, honestly. That's probably for the best. I think I had my first kid at like 28, and that was when I finally pumped the brakes a little bit.
24 when Jackson was born.
I wouldn't have been ready for that, dude.
Oh, I swear, Jake, I couldn't even take care of myself, bro.
I would have not been ready for that, dude.
Are you kidding me?
I know.
Are you kidding me?
I know. Like I needed to grow up a lot before I was ready to finally have a kid. I guess you had to grow up fast though, because you're in the NFL.
Yeah, I'd already gotten a year. Like it was going into my second year when we had Jackson.
Like there ain't no being a kid when you're a working professional in the NFL.
Yeah, man. No, man. No.
It's actually kind of funny. The NFL does a little bit of a weird twilight thing where it's like, or an inverse thing where you have to grow up faster immediately out of college. But if you're one of those guys that plays like 15 years, then you sort of enter like a phase where you kind of maybe don't have to grow up in some other ways because you spend all your time in a reality that's kind of different from like the average working life.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the NBA. These guys are coming in 18, 19 years old. Here, $100 million.
That's
like, I couldn't imagine being 18 years old getting a $20 million contract.
Bro, when I got my signing bonus, it's public record, so I don't care. It's fine. It's like over $800,000.
I know you jumped out your socks.
Let's go.
Jumped out your socks.
We were married, and we got married going into my senior year, and my wife had to drop out of school and get a job so we could pay rent because scholarship check only covered $500 of it. Our rent was like $950. So we were barely making half off what my scholarship check was.
Yeah.
So I went from that to signing and getting $800,000+ signing bonus.
That's a cool feeling.
That was in California. Maybe didn't go as far, but it didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
That's a cool feeling.
To like go somewhere and to have a good time and not have to check the bank.
Yeah, that had to be a really good feeling.
You didn't have to see how much money you had in the account.
Yeah.
Daniel Basham says, God, imagine that Piccadilly meal.
Yeah, exactly.
Elite.
Come on now. They don't know about that Piccadilly's, man.
That's Jake's
That's my
favorite.
jam. Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, Jake would come from the same cloth. I love, man, growing up.
You just
Sunday,
love Piccadilly,
too?
too?
No, Sunday
at Piccadilly, that was the
man,
thing?
Grandma go bring me to Piccadilly's, man. I get that chopped beef, macaroni and cheese, green beans, or a carrot souffle, depending on how I'm feeling that day. Oh, bro, that's what, a Jello? The Jello at the end?
Come on,
but you gotta get the Jello at the beginning.
I'm tripping.
Yeah, but then you eat it at the end.
Yeah, I'm eating it in the line as I'm going down, but not the Jello.
So do my kids. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bad about that too. Kind of maybe snagging a bite while you're creating the plate.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? I'm not touching anybody's food. It's my food.
It's my Jello.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Don't tell a man what to do with his Jello.
Yep.
Dame says about to be 30. My daughter's 12. Whew, that'd be tough, man. Good on you. Good on you. 18. I can't imagine having a kid at 18.
No.
It's gonna just rocket you into maturity.
God, I was still an evangel at 18.
Nacho says chili ain't chili without the cigarette ashes. I don't think I've ever had ash chili, but I do know that that's a thing that people do. I don't know, man. That's even kind of a step too far from me. Like, I wonder how much that actually affects the taste. Maybe it does. Maybe it does.
See, I find this funny about this show dynamic is that this is what they want y'all to talk about. But the second you talk about the local sports, it's like, what are y'all doing? Y'all are not talking about Jello.
You have no idea, Jordan. You have no idea.
I'm trying to think. Are you normally on Hunt Show?
Well, that's
right?
just I fill in on
Mostly?
Hunt Show, yeah. But I'm really just
Yeah, but you're on Hunt Show a lot.
Yeah, a
though.
lot. Yeah, I'm on Hunt Show.
Yeah,
Yes.
different dynamic.
Definitely
Different
yeah.
dynamic.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. But like,
Also, I mean,
they are actually like talking about what they're eating at Piccadilly's. But the second we talked about the Pelicans, get Jordan off the air, man. What is going on here?
Look, it's just that's our show.
that's the Pelicans' fault.
That's their fault for
It's
sure.
also the Saints' fault.
It's all their fault.
And honestly, this is a good thing, but LSU football is just a little drama-free right now. You know, which
too
again,
quiet, man. It's
good
too quiet.
thing that they. Why are you squinting your eyes there, Tate?
It would give you a topic.
What?
It would give you some off-season drama.
You're
would
saying
give
it's
you a
not
topic.
a good thing that there's no drama.
No,
Again, for yes, obviously, from a pure content perspective, drama plays well for us.
Yeah.
But as a fan of the program, no drama is good. It means you've
boring
entered a
off
stable
season is a
phase.
good off
Yes.
season. Yes.
Did y'all see that the Saints have had more players arrested since 2020 than any other NFL team?
What? Over
Yeah.
the Chiefs? The Chiefs got a new receiver. in the
Chiefs got
headlines?
6, Saints got 7.
Hey,
I was a bit surprised there.
Honestly,
I don't feel
though,
like that's been the case.
I'm just a little happy that the Saints are actually doing something better than others.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. You need to relax, Mr. Dallas Cowboy
that's what I'm
fan.
saying. We're not even first in that, T-Bob. We're first in nothing. Take the victories you can get in life.
facts.
But like, what 7 players got arrested? Like, I
That's
feel
what
like
I'm
I haven't
thinking.
really like
They'll probably over what period of time?
since 2020.
I mean,
I got
Lattimore
you.
did.
Yeah.
Lattimore did for
Oh, that's right.
the firearm
Yeah.
thing, right? And
Marcus
then
May when he was picking on the Mount Carmel girls. or
Marcus
something
May
like that.
did.
Marcus May.
God, what a bad signing
Yeah.
that was. It was bad when it happened.
My boy PJ Williams, he got arrested for DUI. Alvin Kamara got
Oh yeah,
arrested. for
Kamara.
knocking
Kamara
somebody
got
out.
arrested.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, I forgot.
Yeah, Alvin
Yeah.
Kamara knocked somebody out.
Remember, everybody was like, "Oh, the suspension's coming."
Bro,
Like
that
that.
was crazy.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was,
Yeah. So, I mean, that's 5 right there.
AK's so likable that I completely forgotten about that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And
And they got it on video. Like that.
that's what I'm
everybody said it
saying.
was on
Like, no,
camera.
he.
Oh yeah, Thomas. Remember Michael Thomas at the throwing the brick at the car or whatever at the apartment
Okay,
complex,
never
whatever
mind.
it was.
Saints have kind of been wilding a little
Yeah,
bit.
I mean that's
Olave.
okay. There's 7.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody said
we
Olave.
did it.
When he was like, "I'm Olave from the Saints," he's like, "Okay, buddy." I
Yeah.
never forget that. He's like,
Oh, don't ever be
I'm
like,
Olave from the Saints.
yeah.
Okay, buddy. Hands behind your back.
Do you know who I am? Energy's never played well. It doesn't play well publicly. It also doesn't get you out of anything.
Yeah.
Nope,
Michael
it makes
Jordan
it.
Who's also,
It only makes it worse.
if you're really that guy, then your name takes care of it by itself. Like the right people get talked to behind the scenes. You know, you just take in the short term, you're gonna do, and then you're out. And they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir."
Yeah.
Right. Like if you say you're that guy, yeah.
It always
You're
looks
not.
bad because Michael Jordan's son got caught with cocaine or something. And he drove his Lamborghini onto the train tracks, and they got the body cam footage.
Wait. What is this?
So Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan, got arrested like a couple months ago because got caught with cocaine. I guess a stripper. He drove. Yeah, he drove his
they go hand
Lamborghini.
in
Yeah,
hand.
he drove his Lamborghini onto the train tracks, and the cop was like, "What's been going on here?" And he tried to pull the. You know who my dad is? Michael Jordan's
Ooh.
son. Yeah. all
I'm the
that.
cop. I'm like, well, good. You can afford this fine.
You certainly don't go, do you know who my dad is? It's bad enough when you like, do you know who I am? But when you hit him with the, do you know who my dad? Your
is?
dad better be like the
big,
president.
yeah, exactly, right.
Or
He
the
better be
governor
the
of the
governor
state
or
that you're
something,
in.
yeah.
Yeah.
But again, if he is, then you just shut up and stay quiet,
True.
and then everything gets pulled behind the scenes anyway, and you get out.
Exactly.
So like, yeah, if you're ever reaching like that, you're in trouble. You're desperate. You're desperate. Jeez. But I got to say this in the NFL's behalf. Not a lot of arrests since 2020, for whatever that's worth. Like if 7's leading the way, 6 second place, there are a lot of teams with 0.
They're boring. Forget those teams. They ain't got no guys getting arrested.
No
Can't
culture.
be on my roster. Can't
No
be on my
culture,
roster.
dude. Nah, you
need,
gotta
a,
have
need a couple
dogs.
loose threes.
I mean, just look
screws.
at how many games the Saints have won since 2020.
Hey. I mean, look, man. Respect to Mason Tipton. You know, you got Mason Tipton out there, just throwing it together, baby.
Mason Tipton.
If I hear, at the time I told y'all, Mason Tipton, even Nick, he'd come on, Mason Tipton. I'm like, y'all, this happens every camp. Hope nothing but the best for the young man. But y'all are acting like my guy's about to go out there and be Puka Nakua.
Who was the receivers? Last name was Butler. What was his name a couple years ago? Everybody thought he was going to be like the next Saints. Like
I've expunged him from my memory.
But he never played.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like we would have one of those every preseason when I was in the NFL. Like, every year, it'd be like, man, this guy came on, undrafted guy, nobody knew, and so like there would be
a Victor Cruz every now and
one.
then.
Yeah, okay, we had one in Denver. C.J. Anderson played running back.
Yep.
He ended up being a
good.
pretty good
He ended
player.
up having a few thousand-yard seasons.
Yeah,
Was he on the Super Bowl team?
Ended up being a good player.
He was on the Super Bowl team, right? Yeah, C.J. Anderson.
And he ended up beating out Monty Ball, who they selected in the second round. Like that happens. Like you'll have one of those, but man, every year it's like this dude's about to tear the league up, and like week 3 you cut him because you need to sign a linebacker.
Yeah. All right, more OTB when we get back. Keep it locked. We got Jay Johnson coming up at 9 a.m., guys. Munchies, all that as well. Keep it locked here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Uh-oh. Baseball going down this weekend. Softball going down this weekend. And you know what time it is, Jake? It's time to go for dose. With Dos Equis.
Look at us.
Uno cerveza, dos cerveza, tres cerveza. It doesn't matter as long as it's Dos Equis. Okay? Beautiful, stunningly beautiful weather right now. And when you have weather this nice and the heat starts to creep in, my God, when I tell you that's the time that a delicious Mexican Dos Equis really starts to shine, the time is now. Spring has sprung, it's begun, and it's time for you to go for Dos. And guys, next time you get your bottle, get you a little lime, lube up that neck, sprinkle some salt on it, drop the lime in the beer, and you're going to say thank you. Dos Equis, go for Dos.
It is the perfect beer for anything you've got going on, but certainly watching a little baseball, watching a little softball, sitting outside with the fellas. Maybe you're going to the beach for spring break, summer vacation coming up. There's not a better beach beer than Dos Equis.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always. No paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
You mean to move? What's happening, y'all? Welcome back, OTB. Got Bo Wegman up in here. Bo, where you going?
Where you going, Bo? Fix the TV.
Yeah, say, come on. I don't care if you work behind me during the segment. It's fine.
I mean,
I'll move up a little bit.
T-Bob's been known to slam into that TV.
Yeah, I did. I forgot about that. I literally broke the original TV there, just leaning back in the chair one day.
Let me ask you this: was the original TV smaller?
No. Same size.
Well, I was about to say, like, if they upgraded, like, a thank you to T-Bob would be in order if they upgraded the TV.
Oh, yeah, true. I did it on purpose. Exactly. Yeah. All right, let's see what other topics we haven't gotten to today. I haven't given Taylor anything LSU for the YouTube channel. And this is our last chance to do so. So let's hit on some stuff real quick here.
Okay, I don't know if you have something ready to go.
I do, but I'd be much more interested in what you have to say.
All right, so we know that the spring window is coming up in less than a week.
True.
Transfer portal. ESPN.com did put out hey, here's what some of the top teams across the country need in this spring window. It still went defensive tackle for LSU. And
it probably makes sense.
Well, you've added some. You go get a transfer from Texas. You add to the high school ranks. You've got some former highly ranked guys that are going into their second year as well. You get Jacob and Guillory back, but it does feel like it is still a need for LSU.
I would say this. It is a need, but maybe in a bit of a difference from last year, it's less of a dire need because the position's kind of in a disaster state. And it's more of like, okay, LSU's roster is actually so complete everywhere else right now that it's maybe still the position you could most use additional help at, but it's not in the dire straits as it was last year. Like, I think partially this is a testament to what we talked about yesterday, where LSU, like, especially on offense, the two deep is kind of insane, right? And defensively, you're starting to like the 11, but you do have some question marks at safety and D-line. Those appear to be the two spots.
This is a position that's always kind of hot in the streets in the second portal window.
Yeah.
Is defensive tackle.
Everybody
Not even really edge. It's just defensive tackle, interior defensive lineman. So anybody that you identify, you're going to have other teams that are fighting for that player. And so I hate saying this about somebody, but you're going to have to overpay. And LSU wasn't willing to do that last year. They weren't. They went into the season and said, look, we are not doing it.
I would say this, though. All those guys that get paid, did any of them end up being good? I mean,
Barrow from Miami had a pretty good year,
but then
again,
it wasn't
the
Miami
game-changing.
defense sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't game-changing by any means. You had the cat that went
What
from
did
TCU to Oklahoma.
Nothing.
Just a guy. He's a jag.
I would be actually pissed if LSU was paying one of them $1 million.
For sure. For sure. And so they did their homework, and they said the juice isn't worth the squeeze. And Gio Paez actually played pretty well. You know, one of the guys you got out of the portal from a year ago. He was solid.
And who was our guy from Grand Valley State that became quite the
Suggs.
third down pass rusher? Yeah, Javier Suggs.
Yeah.
Who didn't? Did he hit the portal? Did he leave? Yeah, he left.
Yeah, he
right?
did.
Yeah.
So right now you get Mitchell from Texas. You've got Washington as well. You pair that with, as we said, Guillory. Don McKinley is going to be a starter. I would be shocked if he's not. Is Ahmad Bro going to be a every down starting defensive tackle? He's a good player, but the size. Can he be somebody? I don't know. Can he be somebody that's effective? Absolutely.
I'll say this. I like his attitude.
For sure.
Teamed up with Kyle Williams.
And Kyle knows him better than anybody he knows on this team.
He coached him in high school. That's true. I forgot about that.
It's a different looking defensive line. You look at some of the guys you brought in, Jack Pyburn, who's going to be your ultimate meathead on a defense that's full of meatheads, term of endearment. We love that. What can Gabe Relaford give you? Can he give you some flexibility,
he
go inside and out a little bit?
He should be poised to take a pretty big step, him and McKinley, with how they were playing last year.
So, ESPN.com kind of putting defensive tackle out there. I do understand kind of what they're looking at. I don't think it's a pressing need like it was a year ago. When you look at this defense, I would have said that the safety position would have been somewhere maybe they looked before they looked at defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying your defensive tackle room is the best in the country by any means. I still think it's got some growth that you have to do, and maybe you do add a player, but I'm talking about if we're looking at budget and, basically salary cap, I think you go to the safety position because right now Spears and Rogers don't have a ton of snaps. Jordan Gilbert does have a ton of snaps, but he's coming back from surgery. Austin Osbury doesn't have a ton of snaps. There's not a lot of actual plays in that room. Now, you bring TaMarcus Cooley over from NC State. I think he slides in at the nickel position. So for me, if I'm writing this article, I'm saying the safety position at both free and strong.
And Toviano's in that group now, right?
Yeah.
And they like Spears. They have. What's the latest on Spears? So
I'm going to throw it to Tate. He was basically his agent last spring.
Have you heard any additional Spears hype?
Yeah, I mean, he's working with the ones a lot. They like him. I like him because nobody else is that size. We talk about Toviano, but, he played corner the first year and a half he was here. He played safety a little bit in high school, but this is his first spring really working at safety, at least full time. I mean, you got TaMarcus Cooley, but, I think if anybody's primed to take that spot next to him, it's Deshaun Spears.
So, again, I should mention this too, guys, so everybody knows. Saturday is the open practice that's taking place instead of the spring game. Doors of the stadium will open up at 9:30 a.m. Practice begins at 10:35. It's expected to end about 12:35. They'll do sort of a pseudo scrimmage type deal. But after the practice, there's going to be a 30-minute on-field autograph session brought to you by Bayou Traditions. It's free. The clear bag policy is in effect, so just know that if you're going. And they'll give you a commemorative poster that you can get signed, or you're allowed to bring one item. But know this, apparently you are only allowed to get one thing signed. Now, you can have a bunch of signatures on it, so even if you bring an item, you're going to have to decide between the poster and what you bring, just so everybody knows for Saturday how it's going to go down.
I want to throw this one back to Tate because he's obviously been locked in on some of these practice reports as well. Patrick Payton is somebody that we hadn't talked a lot about.
True.
He's going to have to be game-changing, I think, for LSU, because if you go Jack Pyburn on the other end, he's going to be your Savion Jones, your heavy hands, setting the edge. Can he get after the quarterback? I hope so. That's why he's here.
That's why
he wanted to come from Florida to LSU. But if you're moving Harold Perkins Jr. to the star position, which is where he needs to play, Patrick Payton's going to have a big year for LSU.
Yeah, I hate this saying, but I'm going to use it. He's literally built different than every other edge rusher you have. I mean, even Gabriel Relaford can rush the passer. He's kind of a bigger body. Pyburn came here because Florida wouldn't let him rush the passer. Jamari Butler, he could do it a little bit, but like Patrick Payton's tall, he's lean. Like, if you have a third down pass rusher, it has to be him.
There it is. Spring preview. Get excited for this Saturday scrimmage. Go out if you want to get some autographs. Closing hour 2 next.
Off the bench.
Go to coolprohvac.com. Coolprohvac.com. Cool Pro are some cool guys and gals, guys. And they're local, okay? A lot of these HVAC companies being bought up by private equity. See it going around all over the country. Not at Cool Pro. Okay, they're your neighbors. They're there to serve you. That's why they do things like no dispatch fee when you have them out to your home. So why not call them, have them come look at your system, make sure you're not, running the risk of any catastrophic breakdowns. And then as you work with them, maybe think about joining the Pro Plan, $99 a year. And you get 24/7 monitoring. You get priority schedule. You get 1 hour service windows. That's convenient as hell. And again, it's just one flat fee for the entire 365. Coolprohvac.com.
Yeah, no dispatch fee as well. I mean, that is just so big. They come and they fix the issue. If you don't have an issue, right, you don't have to worry about that situation. 225-350-4397 is the number. Scheduled today. Also, coolprohvac.com.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, Our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
How quickly will this segment leave the rails? It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go Tommies! GEAUX-Tommies.com, GEAUX-Tommies.com. Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding, there for you guys. Trust the exterior home improvement experts over at Tommy's. When you work with them, you'll see the difference clearly. Get Hardy Plank or vinyl siding, wood or vinyl windows, any type of door. And remember, guys, these are energy efficient options, meaning when you're trying to keep your home cool in the summer, it cuts down on your bills. So these are investments that pay for themselves over time. And speaking of over time, you get lifetime warranties as well. I mean, are you kidding me? Integrity, dependable, professional, the best, efficient. Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding, winners of the Angie Super Service Award every single year that they've been in existence. Hey, guys, shout out Ricky Collins. Y'all see this?
Yeah.
Fran Brown coming out and already naming Ricky Collins the starting quarterback for Syracuse.
Wow.
And I know. And
the name just caught on just now.
And we talked about it on Snaps for a little bit yesterday because Aaron was looking for some great insight. Like, is he good? And I was like, I don't know. I never heard anything bad. The limited times which we saw him, he seemed to do well. But I do think it's a very, timing-wise, it's a very good sign for him that he would already have the head coach out there saying he's the guy. And the quote was pretty impressive as well from Fran Brown, who we all really like.
He's putting his hygiene on the line, too.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, he's looking for a lot more showers.
Yeah. No washing if you don't win. But this is what I liked. He said he seems to be moving into being the leader of our football team. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I think the players are behind him. Everyone's behind him. So it seems like he's going to be our quarterback. So Ricky Collins going in there and doing great stuff.
Nice job.
Asserting himself. Now, I think it's going to be a high expectation.
Yeah, Kyle McCord set that thing high.
9-3, Kyle McCord. Did they finish 10-3? Did they win their
ball game? They won their ball game.
Yeah, that's right. 10-3, Kyle McCord. So that's a big shoes to fill. But I hope Ricky Collins has great success up there. And I want Syracuse to be good. I think it was fun with them last year.
Agree.
And Fran Brown's cool. All right, we got Jay Johnson coming up next, live here on OTB.
Off the bench.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partner. Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate. Anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Shop BayouFord.com and BayouCDJR.com. Or come see us just off I-10 in LaPlace. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Spring is here and so is the pollen. Wash away that nasty grime and buildup with Cajun Soft Wash. Their gentle, effective soft washing removes mold, algae, and pollen without damage. Trust Cajun Soft Wash, Baton Rouge's largest soft wash company. Book today at CajunSoftWash.com.
Insurance companies have teams of professionals to fight your claim. If you want to know what your case is really worth, I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7970.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21 12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's a 9 a.m. here on Thursday, April 10th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 80 in hour 3 of today's show. LSU baseball coach Jay Johnson hops on at 9 a.m. Then at 9:15, our Munchies segment with LSU executive chef Michael Johnson. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert. Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo! What's going on, guys? Welcome in. Hour 3 of OTB, and we might be the luckiest show on air today because we get joined once again by the head coach of your LSU baseball team, a team that is locked in right now, undefeated in the midweek, kicking ass on the weekends, fresh off their third SEC sweep of the season, getting it done on the road in a top 10 battle. Coach Jay Johnson, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for joining us again.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
Doing great. I never got to officially talk to her, but I was informed that your wife was in the crowd at the Golden Gala that me and Jake emceed last Friday. Very good time. Apologize for me, though, because I did start just on the stage telling her how much I loved you and everything. So I don't know if that got back to you, but thank her for being a good sport about it.
We were trying to find out the score update.
Yes,
though.
we were trying to get a score update. That is true. And then we were very pleased, like we have been most times this season. So before we look forward, Coach, let's take a look back last weekend, and it starts with Cade Anderson. One of the more legendary performances we've ever seen in a Tiger uniform. A regular season game that will stand the test of time. They'll always be remembered. Complete game shutout. 130 pitches. And if you could you take us into the decision-making process, right? Because I started doing it like after the 7th inning, I kept tweeting his stats and being like, okay, that's his night. Like, wow, what a great performance. What is the process between you and him of deciding to give him the opportunity to continue to go back out there?
Yeah, so in the 6th inning, actually in the 6th, we got Zach Cowan up. And so he was going. And basically, had anybody got on base in the 7th, 8th, or 9th, he was going in the game. Literally one runner on base. And so in the 6th, he was the leadoff double. He's going. And then literally the inning was over like 6 pitches later. And then it's like, okay, we're gonna send him back out, see if we can shorten the load for Zach. And the 7th, I mean, he just blew their doors off. I think that was the inning maybe he struck out the side.
Yep.
And then, so it's just like, okay, anybody on base, like, he's coming in. And then in the 8th, like, same kind of thing. And then by the 9th, it was like, okay, if I try to take him out of the game right now, that he's going to, like, murder me.
Yeah.
And and then it was, it was 1, 2, 3 in that inning. So all the credit to Cade. Excellent performance. We had Zach ready to go. It just, nobody got on base. And I mean, that game was a definition of getting stronger as you go. And I'm proud of him for that because, if you ask me one thing to keep building, for him to improve was to increase his durability. And he's done that as we've gone along in the season.
Well, and it's crazy too, because like you look back, I mean, it's surviving that first inning like he did. He's at 58 pitches through the 3rd. You would have never guessed what was coming down the tracks. And it's great to hear that confirmed because I definitely felt that tightrope that he was on, right? Anybody reaches and he's out. And the play that I keep thinking about is that defensive play he made and what essentially turned into a swing and bunt, throwing it up to his hand, firing a fastball over to first. I mean, is it too much to say? Like that's one of the more athletic and impressive plays I've seen out of a pitcher, just from a pure defensive perspective.
Yeah, I mean, he's such a good athlete. He could, if I let him, he could easily work his way into our position player mix.
Wow.
I mean, as an outfielder and as a hitter. And maybe we'll do that to get him to come back next year.
Coach, you only used 5 pitchers over the weekend in a 3-game sweep. I'm not sure that I've ever seen that watching college baseball, literally ever. Have you ever been a part of anything like that where you go out there, you only have to use 5 arms and also win every game?
I don't think so. Bill Frankus, our SID, said I guess it happened here in 2005.
Wow.
So when he said that, I was laughing. I was like, wow, I was the head coach at Point Loma Nazarene in 2005. Like, a lot of things have changed over
Great
20
campus.
years.
Great campus.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, a lot of things have changed. And no, it just tells you how unique that is. I will tell you, after a complete game on Friday, or game one, that scenario was totally plausible when you guys back in Kaysen, on the back end of the game. I mean, they're essentially like two more starters. So, you get that one really good performance, then it's for this team, you could see it happening again. It's just really hard to throw a complete game, which makes what Cade did more amazing.
Oh, yeah, especially in today's game. But then there's been just continued growth out of everybody. I mean, Einstein feels like someone who just continues to get better and better on this level. I mean, when that breaking ball's hitting like it was last Friday, it's a sight to behold. And then you look into it's a weird thing, right? So only 5 guys get to pitch on the weekend. So you have to almost look to the midweek to kind of start to continue to develop guys and get guys who are going to be relied upon down the stretch. And was that part of the logic in kind of switching up how you approached William Schmidt there, getting him in, coming out of the pen in a high leverage situation, closing out that game? Like, is that kind of laying track for the future there?
Well, yes and no. We'll start with Connor Ware. Like, I think he's a super important part of our pitching staff, and he threw one important inning against Mississippi State. He got Ace Reese and Hunter Hines out. Those guys are really good hitters. And it kind of got lost because it was in that 17-9 melee game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That inning was important in keeping us, keeping the game under control. And then we didn't use him in the midweek. I can't remember why. And then it just didn't work out because of how this series played out. And it's like, hey, we got to get this guy on the mound and get him, because he's going to be important in the weekend this weekend. And then he did a great job. He got 3 innings on 36 pitches or 35 pitches or something like that. So we hit exactly what we wanted to there. We wanted to get Jaden Newt back in the ball game. And I really wanted to get Cooper Williams and Maverick Rizzi in the game. It just kind of worked out the way that it did. And then in regards to William, there's 2 things going on there. Like, we want to keep his pitch count up, for the postseason, if you need that 3rd, 4th starter, type thing. And then at the same time, you're right. Like, it's coming again where he's in the game, in an SEC game, at the end of the game, and he has the pitches to, get strikeouts and weak contact and all of that. So doing it at the end of the game, helps that. And he made an interesting observation of, like, the first time in college where I've come into the game where we've been losing. Yeah. And, and I know it's amazing. And, he did a great job. Of handling that situation, and it was really dominant. And the dugouts are in kind of a different spot there at Nichols, and you kind of looking out straight out. Everything was good for him the other night.
Coach, one of the things I love since you've been here at LSU is you're going out there every time this team plays. You want to win, midweek game, weekend, it does not matter. You're going for the victory there, and we saw that on the road this week in a midweek game against an in-state opponent. But I got to ask you, did you ever think that a rally would get started after Bear Jones was waiting outside of the porta potty and it became a rally potty, and now everybody's talking about the viral picture of him fully uniformed up with the helmet on, ready to go to the restroom?
Yeah, what was great about that? The Nichols fans, I'm probably sure as soon as they saw him standing out there, were like, no, go ahead, Jared, go ahead. Jump in line. Yeah, wants to pick a fight over that guy getting done when he needs to get done outside the porta potty. Yeah, that was quite a scene. I told Coach Herring, hey, we're going to have to get that a little closer to the dugout.
Hey, he can't fit in a porta potty. No. I don't even know how that's possible.
No. Yeah.
Look, he answered.
More classic. He's wearing his helmet.
That's the funniest part of the picture. It does answer the age-old question: does a bear crap in the woods?
That's right.
Apparently, he does, just in a porta potty.
There you go,
Coach. Another thing before we look forward is, this lineup right now, in terms of quality at bats, 1 through 9, everybody's so disciplined, working counts, not striking out. It's really impressive. I mean, I even think back to last Thursday where I thought there was a wonderful kind of mirror image where the top of the lineup combines to create one of the runs. The bottom of the lineup combines to create the other. So this is all to say the offense is absolutely locked in right now. And there's been a few situations though where like it seems like you're almost putting your thumb on the scale to practice some manufacturing of runs. And maybe practice isn't fair, right? Because even against Nichols the other night, you want to go ahead and ensure that you're adding a run. But when you have guys that can hit it so well, get on base so much, sometimes people see these bunt plays, they're like, oh, what's going on there? But do you feel that like you're so complete everywhere else that you also want that portion of the game to be available when it matters down the stretch here and on the weekends?
Yeah, I think really it's just about making sure, first off, you're trying to win the game. And with that rally, and then, that play is actually designed to score 2 runs. And if the bunt goes down, we score 2 runs on the play, and the game's over. Like, it's over at that point. And that's always the first priority. Secondly, Jake is a good bunter. He did not get that one down. And, that's part of it, executing the play. But really the root of it is, it doesn't matter what the conditions are, night game, day game, wind blowing in, wind blowing out, small field, big field, all of those things. We want to be, prepared to win. I mean, I think, it can get lost in like 23. Like, obviously everybody knows Trey Morgan was able to defend the bunt. That's part of it. Yep. But then in the elimination game against Tennessee, we were only up 1-0. Gavin Dugas hits 18 homers. He lays down a perfect drag bunt with, Morgan on second, and they throw it away, and now it's 2-0.
True.
And, 2-run lead. So it's always kind of been a part of like what we do. We just missed that one, and we want to be able to win any type of game. That's really all it comes down to.
Yeah.
Coach, obviously the transfer portal is a great deal. It's been great for LSU baseball, LSU football, but I think there's a story on your team of somebody that didn't go in the portal, that sat around and waited his turn. That's Ethan Fry, who is playing really, really well right now. Had a big night down there in Thibodaux on Tuesday night. Continues to just play baseball the right way. Love watching him get out of the box. He hits it on the ground. He's trying to beat out everything. Just plays the game, it feels like, the right way. And very easily could somebody like him have gone in the portal, tried to go somewhere else. He's a hell of a player, would have played somewhere else, but he waited his turn here at LSU. So as good as the portal is, and it's been good to all of us sitting here, how cool is it to see him stick around, wait for his turn, and then once he gets his opportunity, play as well as he has?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. And if you know Ethan, it's not a surprise. Like, the guy's like the highest character guy you could have on a team, and very mature for whatever he is, 21 years old. And, the only reason he didn't play as a freshman is like he's on like one of the top 5 teams of all time. I mean, he hung right there with those guys, like in inter squads. And I want to say I gave him a start or two, like early in the season in a midweek, and really believed he was going to be a good player. Last year, roster wise, just post draft, like we were just a little too right-handed. So he was kind of in and out at the beginning. And then right when I was about ready to turn him loose, kind of like we had this year, he got hurt.
Yeah.
And that really limited our ability to set the lineup properly with the pieces. But to Ethan's credit, he toughed it out, man. He had shoulder surgery after the season. And so he played all of last year, essentially from conference play on, with a shoulder that needed a repair.
Damn.
And then this year, like, he just kind of stayed with it. Didn't maybe have the best like lead up into the season as he normally has. So it's kind of like in and out, but I've always believed it. And I was like, hey man, you're playing against lefties, keep going. Your role's going to expand. And that's exactly what's happened. And he's a great human being on top of, in my opinion, one of our best players.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, look, you get opportunity, you make the most of it, you create more opportunity. He's doing that right now. Coach, one of the fun quirks about this weekend, again, staying on the road, it feels like this is a very extended road trip, but heading over to Auburn, but Friday night, going to be Cade Anderson versus Sam Dutton. Kind of interesting there, right? A former ally now on the other side. What do you think that's going to be like lining up across from Dutton?
We've actually had guys that on teams that we've played that were here last year but they didn't really play. Like, this is the first time. Well, I guess at Louisiana Tech, Zeb Riddell, he homered against us.
Yeah, a couple homers.
Yeah. Homer against us. Yeah, that's right. So, like, this is like the 6th time. I mean, maybe this one may seem like a little bit more because he's starting pitcher on the weekend. Like, I love Sam. He's a national champion, very good competitor, throws a ton of strikes. And, he had some life situations too. Like I believe he just got married or he's going to get married, one of the two. His brother, I believe, is on the team at Auburn. He was coaching first base in the game the other night. So I think there was some like family dynamics getting back home, kind of getting his life started, probably wanted a bigger role or a role he thought he might have a better chance getting. He's had a great season. He's changed a little bit of his pitch mix a little bit, which I kind of watched for the first time last night. But, you'll never hear me say anything bad about Sam Dutton. Like I said, national champion, good teammate, and, not Friday, but every other day I hope he's successful.
So, Coach, hitting the road again to Auburn this weekend. Y'all have been very, very good on the road. Well, you've been very good, I guess, everywhere thus far this year, to be fair. But are you looking forward to getting back home after this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I always love playing here. There's no doubt about that. I think what I've learned, over my career and definitely in the SEC is you can't look at all the games. You have to look at these games. And I really haven't even let my mind go to, hey, what's next?
Yeah.
This weekend. And I know super boring. I do know we have an extended kind of homestand coming up, which I'm happy about. The 2 in a row thing is a good challenge. But, with these guys, it hasn't mattered. Are we playing at midnight? Is it 28 degrees with 25-mile-an-hour winds?
Yeah.
I mean, are we running down the line to the porta potty in the middle of the inning? I mean, like, they just got to stay with it no matter what.
There you go. Coach Jay Johnson hitting the road to take on Auburn this week. And Auburn's very good at home thus far this year, but this Tiger team's been very good as well. Coach, thank you so much for waking up with us, making some time for us, and giving us such great insight. As always, you're the best. Best of luck this weekend.
All right, guys. Have a great day.
Coach Jay Johnson, there he is. The legend himself, man. Love to see it. Love to see it. And this team is resilient no matter what they've been confronted with. I mean, it's 31-3, right now. I didn't want to. I was doubting myself, so I didn't want to say it during the interview. But 31-3, guys, simply fantastic.
Decent.
When we get back here on OTB, Munchies, which have Michael Johnson. Go to get those Munchies questions in the chat. We'll answer them next here on OTB.
Off the bench.
Go to Boudreaux's Electrical. BoudreauxElectrical.com is the website where you can take advantage of the premier Generac home generator dealers. More power, more protection, automatically kicks in when you need it. That's what Boudreaux's does. It gives you and your family peace of mind that no matter what happens, the lights stay on. And at Boudreaux's, we're very fond of saying that every single customer is a VIP. That's how this family-owned and operated business has approached it since 1982. So explore getting that generator for your home. Really great finance up. So there's $159 a month, guys. Well worth the peace of mind. So go to BoudreauxElectrical.com. Boudreaux's Electrical.
Yeah, when you go to the website, you'll see all the things that T-Bob was talking about. You can get that quote as well. Top right corner of the website. If you want to pick up the phone, if you want to give them a call, ask them a question, get everything scheduled on the North Shore, 985-397-1562 here in the greater Baton Rouge area, 225-300-9389. That's BoudreauxElectrical.com. More power, more protection.
Cigar. Sit back, relax, let the time fade by. Don Juan Cigar Bar. Great cocktails, great cigars, the good life. Check them out online, DonJuanCigarBar.com.
Hey, do you love beef? I mean premium Angus beef. Sagrera Farm sells the whole sides and quarters straight from the farm, ready to fill your freezer with tender, flavorful ribeyes, fillets, strips, brisket, ground beef, and a lot more. I want to introduce you to Louisiana's own Sean Sagrera of Sagrera Farms, a hidden gem just 30 minutes north of Baton Rouge. What's Sean's secret? Mating genetically superior Angus cattle and then ensuring that every day in the life of his cattle is a great one. Happy, healthy cattle, finished on grain, dry-aged 45 days, creates consistent and predictable, flavorful beef. When you take a bite of Sagrera Farms beef, you'll know that this is not some mass-produced afterthought. So if you want the best, and I mean the best in Angus beef, go online to sagrerafarms.com, or better yet, call Sean right now at 225-719-1723. Sagrera Farms.
I'm attorney Gordon McKernan. I want to let you know that we have a local office in Baton Rouge that is able to handle your case with care and attention. After being in an accident, the last thing you want to do is travel. Our local hometown attorneys are here to ensure you receive the highest quality legal service and help get you the compensation you deserve. Reach out to our team of local attorneys to handle your case. Call us at 225-888-8888.
Get going and get it done. Get going.
Results may vary according to the price of each case. Baton Rouge, LA 22-13-644.
Craving an unforgettable dining experience? Head to Tallulah, inside the Renaissance Hotel, where culinary excellence meets a welcoming atmosphere. Awarded the Wine Spectator Award of Excellence, Tallulah is one of just 6 Baton Rouge restaurants to earn this prestigious honor. Join us for live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, or enjoy our weekly Blue Plate lunch
special. Of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening? Welcome back. OTB. It's Thursday, which means it's time for a brand new edition of Munchies. We have a Munchies sounder. It's all good. We don't have to do it, Jordan, if you don't want to.
Get ready to tantalize your taste buds and leave this segment hungry. This is Munchies with executive chef Michael Johnson. Let's eat.
Chef, what up, brother? How we doing today?
I'm good, man. How are y'all?
Doing well. I'm sorry, Chef. I'm sitting here talking to Jordan. Okay, I'm wow, disastrous start here.
Trumpet, yeah.
Just turn it down. Just turn it down a little bit, Jordan. Not too much, just a little bit. Chef, I'm sorry. How are you? You doing well? Okay, we're doing well as well. It's cold in here. I think my brain is breaking. Hashtag Munchies. I'm grilling a large sirloin and ribeye this afternoon. Okay. Chef, can you give me any new tips to amp up my steak grilling?
Yeah, like if you're using I remember the owner, I used to work at Philippe's and it turned into Primo's Steakhouse. And the owners would come in and they would order 40-ounce steaks.
Good God.
I mean, I don't know if you can envision what that looks like, but it's basically, I don't know, 6 inches by 6 inches by like 8 or 12 inches. It is a hunk of meat.
Jeez.
And so you can't put that over a high heat and expect the inside of it to cook evenly as the outside does, and so, and one of my favorite days that I've ever had, like I took the center cut of a strip loin, took the ends off of it, and basically took the barrel and trussed it up into something kind of similar, and it was probably 80 ounces. It was probably double that size. What? And grilled it over open fire. And it takes a lot of finesse, you don't want to cook directly over the heat. You gotta pull it off a direct heat and give it indirect heat. And take your time with it, right? So it's almost like roasting it in an oven versus grilling it. Now, if you're just talking about a big, thick, like 2 or 3 finger thick ribeye, still you're going to want to turn the heat down a little bit, because unless you're wanting it rare or black and blue or Pittsburgh style or whatever, you gotta back the heat down a little bit. And the rule of thumb for like a steak when grilling is I put it, like the average steak. If you go to the store and buy a strip loin or a ribeye, I grill it for like 2 minutes at a time, and turn it over 2 minutes on that side, and then turn it over again and put your hash marks on it. You kind of turn it cattywampus, or diagonal. And one of the big mistakes that most people do is they'll put a steak on the grill and put the mark side down, mark it, and then turn it. What I mean is rotate it.
Yeah.
And cook that side for too long. And what happens is when you turn that steak over, it tenses up to the point where it wraps up like a baseball glove.
Yeah.
And so you want to turn your steak over every 2 minutes. And what that does is it allows the cooking side to kind of relax and cool, while the cool side, it's kind of like turning your pillow over, right?
Yeah.
The cool side of the pillow. Same thing. You're wanting to turn the side that was on the grill over so that it's cooling and relaxing a little bit, and put the cool side down so that it's beginning to cook. And then, next time you turn it over, you want to turn it over, but you want to turn it diagonal so you can get those perfect diamonds on there, right?
Chef, I love this question from Bobby Nickens. He says, #Munchies. How much of Chef's job is administration versus actually cooking?
Oh God, it's 99%. I don't really cook as much anymore, to be honest with you. I deal with people, I deal with administration, I deal with vendors, I deal with athletes. At this point in my career, it is more of a director's role of, I'm teaching chefs how to become chefs.
Yep.
And, I have a chef underneath me that, obviously he wants my job. You know what I mean? Everybody does, right? And so you're trying to teach those people how to get to where you are, right? And so, it's a pretty significant task. There's between vendors and, I also do what I call, kind of like Mr. Robinson, or, I forget the name of the show, but Robinson's Neighborhood or whatever.
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Mr. Rogers, there you go. So, I go out to the people that I do business with, and it's kind of a nose-in, hands-out approach of, seeing and knowing what they do, so that I feel good about the people that I'm doing business with, because I like to do business with sustainable people. So it's not just work in the kitchen; it's work in the environment, it's work in the community, it's work with the athletes. And I work for two different businesses too, both LSU and Chartwell's, and so there's a lot of correspondence that goes on there between two companies of trying to manage the motivations of both companies. So it's a lot of brain work, right, and a lot less physical cooking, and it's definitely there's days where I am like, to hell with this, I'm going in the kitchen and I'm cooking, because I'm you know what I mean, like,
get back to your roots.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You enter as a chef, you exit as a CEO. It's a weird thing.
Yeah. And that's kind of why I insist on cooking for my kids and my family, because that's the time and the opportunity that I get to cook for people and show them. And don't get me wrong, there's definitely times where I cook here, and it's in the key moments where it matters the most. But on a day-to-day basis, if I'm doing the cooking, I'm not doing the teaching, right?
Yep.
And the teaching part, it's not a one-man show. It's a team effort. And so, I'm not taking credit for the entire kitchen. I give credit to my team and what they're accomplishing, and want to see them flourish. And growing chefs is just as important to me as being a chef.
#Munchies. What belongs on a proper cheesesteak?
Oh man, well, I do like onions. I'm not too fond of bell peppers.
Really?
No, not on a cheesesteak, man. I like bell peppers sweat down when they get soggy and mushy. Now I could put like a fresh slice of chili or a jalapeno on there. If it's fresh, but I don't like bell peppers cooked down to where they're soft and mushy on a cheesesteak. I do like spicy peppers, like a chili on there though. Definitely like some sweet Vidalia onions or something of that nature. Caramelized onions in there. Oh, man, it got me. The cheese sauce is where it's at, though. Like, I like a white cheese sauce in it. And, you got to have something acidic in there. I like a pickle, like something pickled with my cheesesteak. There's the fat from the beef and the fat, like the thick coating from the cheese. You need something to cut through that. And the bread has to be perfect, too, right? Like, you got to have a bread that will substantiate all the grease and the cheese and the liquid oozing out. Like a nice French batard, something that's going to absorb but still hold together. Yeah.
It has to, maintaining bread integrity is the key to any sandwich or burger. Nothing's worse than when you have the bread breaking apart. Pretty seasoned and marinated. But I'm about to hang some venison for, I think this says biltong. I don't know if I know that. Is that right? I'm about to hang some venison for biltong. Any additional advice or experience?
I think biltong is like a African style.
Man, hanging it, yeah.
I'm not super experienced at it, to be honest with you. I would just say, take your time with it. I also, for me, it starts with the cut, like which cut it is, making sure there's a little fattiness in there still. If you use too lean of a cut, I think that it just gets a little too tough for me. And I'm not super that particular process, but I believe that's what he's talking about.
Chef, obviously the Masters going on right now. A lot of us talked about, what we have on our Masters menu if we did in fact win the Masters. If you were making your own menu, would you do it with things like only you enjoy? Would you go differently? How would you set up your Masters menu?
Yes, that's an interesting question, Jake. When we talked about this the other day, we didn't talk about who was going to be sitting at the table with me, right?
Yeah, right.
So I think that's important.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. If it's just for me and I'm splurging and I'm going to be a glutton, that menu is going to look a little bit different than if it's me and a bunch of friends and I know that they don't like escargot or fatty foie gras.
Right.
Because I just like food and I can enjoy any kind of food in company. So. I think that the company is almost equally as important as the food in some circumstances. And the conversation, it's just one of those moments in life that you really enjoy sharing, like the glory of the win. And I think there's also something to be said about being selfless with it. I'm not a glory hound. Having the talent to win is wonderful, but I think that. Have to be about you. It could be about the people that you're eating it with. So I think the menu is kind of in context with who you're sitting with.
Hashtag Munchies. Manny wants to know your take on a pimento cheese sandwich, as it is Masters Week.
Yeah, I mean, I could eat one. I feel like it needs to be toasted with lots of butter. And there's that cheese has to, because pimento cheese, if it's if you're putting cheddar in it or if it has a lot of cheddar in it, it gets oily. You got to catch it at just the right temperature, because if it gets too melted, it turns to like a mealy, unappetizing kind of texture.
Yeah.
But if you're taking the cheese and you're just warming it, just so like, put your bread down, lots of butter on the side, brown that side, and with the raw side up, you want both sides buttered.
Yeah.
And when the toasted side comes up, that's when you go on with the pimento cheese spread, so that it's kind of warming, and then squish them together. But you don't want I don't want the pimento cheese spread hot. I want it warm and warm and soft, but still a little bit in contact with itself. Not like melted and pulling away and getting mealy and
buttering both sides of toasting up both sides of the bread. That's the key there. I don't do that on my sandwiches.
Oh yeah,
I need to do that more often, dude.
Oh yeah, that's game changer.
Chef Michael Johnson, executive chef for LSU Athletics. You know him, you love him, we love him as well. Thank you so much, Chef, as always.
Yeah, of course. You guys have a good day.
There he is, the legend. Makes my mouth water every time we talk to him. More OTB when we get back.
Off the bench.
Get Gordon and get it done. 225-888-8888. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. There for you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. You get in an accident? Get Gordon. It's that simple. Word association. Accident. Gordon. Bang! Get somebody who's going to stand up to those billion-dollar insurance companies. Fight that dragon to get you what you justly deserve. So if you're seeking just recompense, you can call 888-8888, or you can go to getgordon.com, or you can follow him on social media at getgordon and get it done today.
Yeah, when you go to the website, you'll see everything that they can handle for you in the courtroom, past client results. When you go to social media, at getgordon's always going to be the handle to see what they're doing throughout all the communities here in the state of Louisiana, from top to bottom. That is who they're going to serve. And then when you pick up the phone and give them a call, remember, put your area code in Louisiana, followed by 888-8888. That's Gordon McKernan. Get Gordon and get it done.
You work hard every day to pursue a life you love. You put in the time, and it shows. You're forging ahead, chasing a dream, creating something better for the ones you love. You're building your own life, so why not build your own tractor? With John Deere tractors and attachments for almost any need, the Sunshine team can help you do just that. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner.
Yo, I ain't seen you in a minute, but I got something to tell you. Listen.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
That makes me change my mind. Kinda hard to explain, but girl, I try. You need to sit down, this may take a while. See this girl, she sorta looks.
Oh, this sweater feels so good. Forgot I have Hanny's barley corn. Omaha sweater, Barrett's barley corn. I know a lot of people have accused me of stealing Hanny's incredible LSU sweater. And this is true. I did steal it. But during spring clean, I just found it. So I will return it to Hanny.
So you did steal it?
Oh yeah, I stole the hell out of it. It looked so cool. My original plan, and he did give me the go ahead for this because Tyron hit me up. Like, where'd you get that? And it's funny. I mean, I've been trying to talk to Tyron. Can never get whatever. Tyron hit me up like, where'd you get that? And so I was trying to get him to donate money to Hogs for the Cause, and I was like, I'll give it to you. And I got left on red.
Were you honest? Or were you like, I stole it from some guy I work with?
No, like I asked Hanny, like, yeah. I said, like, no, it's this guy's, blah,
Okay,
blah.
it's
He said
Tyron,
for good cause, like, if you want to do money, and I got left on red. So, and then I just kept the sweater. But the reason why I haven't
you
worn
basically
it
stole
is
from charity.
Thought I lost it. Well, no,
little bit.
potential charity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I wasn't just going to sell that thing to anybody. The only reason I felt comfortable asking Hanny was because Tyron, I thought, wanted to buy it.
Yeah. Feels like the spring cleaning is going well, though.
It is. Turns out
Thanks to
7 years. Thanks to Trash Rangers. Yep. TrashRangers.com. Got that big roll-off dumpster in my driveway right now. Had to throw away a couple of old grills. I had to throw away, some furniture, my giant Christmas tree platform because it's getting a little too long in the tooth. So like all the stuff that you normally can't, if you've been at a place for however many years, you're starting to build up a lot of that. You can call up Trash Rangers. Rent. I mean, some of these places try to rent these things by the hour.
Nah,
got it for 2 weeks for a nice flat fee.
And by the time we got from here in studio downtown Baton Rouge to Tiger Stadium, they were already on their way.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. I got kind of a tricky driveway too. Some increasing of the geometric space to get that thing in the driveway, and now I'm still able to keep both cars off the road. It's kind of crazy. So shout out to Trash Rangers. Again, if you live in Livingston or Ascension, you can choose who handles your residential pickup. You want to get Trash Rangers, and if you're a business anywhere in the listening area, you need front load dumpsters emptied one. Rivers just did. The thermostat was on 63.
That seems high to me.
63. You mean the AC, like too much AC?
No, like I thought the temperature would have been lower.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
maybe
you
it
got
is in this
60,
room, to be
y'all,
fair.
63 is cold.
63 with the air blow.
Then in here as well.
Confined into this space.
I think about how cold, like if you had your house at 63, you'd be shivering walking in.
Let's go ahead and do another Tay NFL story of the day.
It's time for Tay Tay's NFL story of the day. Your daily dose of NFL news from Taylor Sharp.
This came across the wire yesterday afternoon. T-Bob Hebert's favorite NFL team, the Dallas Cowboys, have added to their offensive line by signing former LSU star Sadiq Charles. He's returning to the NFL. He announced that earlier a few months ago, and Cowboys brought him in. He worked out for him last week, had a favorable impression. Just 25 years old still. If you remember, he started 18 of the 35 games in Washington over 4 seasons. He was signed by the Titans last year as a free agent, was on track to earn that starting spot, but in training camp, for whatever reason, he just abruptly decided that he was going to retire. There were apparently a lot of personal things going on, but Sadiq Charles returning to the NFL with the Dallas Cowboys.
Love to see it. Man, the 2019 line, man. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, still all of them hanging around.
I know. Still playing, man. William Anthony says, yeah, someone would have been a dead person in my house growing up. Thermostat stayed at 74, and it better not move. Ooh, 74 is a little hot.
No, we're fighting. I'm gonna challenge Dad. Like, we're gonna have to fight. I'm gonna lose, but I'm gonna challenge you.
I know if it'd what did Joey keep it on?
He likes it cold.
How cold though?
Like 68.
Okay. That's my reasonable cutoff. I used to be a
68
guy.
at 9.
Now I'm a 70 guy.
Oh, I'm like 72.
70.
72 is getting a little warm.
70 for me at 70 during the day, 68 when we go to bed.
Gold South says my house is 64 at night and my bedroom ceiling fan is on high.
Jack Frost.
Good God.
I bet he wakes up with a cold every morning.
I mean,
every morning.
I do remember though when I first got here and knowing that we were in like dorms where we weren't paying the bills.
Oh, we used to crank that thing down.
We would crank that thing down to where you'd be in full sweats and blankets on the inside, and then you'd hit outside. And this could not have been healthy.
No.
Because it would feel, you would literally be walking into a 40-degree temperature change.
Yeah.
Just like a wall of, like a furnace. It was like the outside was a giant furnace.
I know
that you'd
exactly
be hitting
what you're talking about. Well, we didn't have control over the dorms. Like, it was just cold all the time. So when you walked out, like middle of August, September, really, you felt like a popsicle. Like, you just felt like you're defrosting from the night. Like, ooh.
Like a snake shedding its skin. That's good for Sadiq, though.
Yeah, man, look, you hang around, and he had some stuff going on, and we don't know what that was, but it sounds like he got it figured out, and a quality player that now gets an opportunity. You've got him, you've got Ed Ingram, you've got Lloyd Cushenberry, you've got Damian Lewis, you've got Austin Deculus, Anthony Bradford, who's kind of the swing guy in that year, all still playing in the NFL, either practice squad or active roster.
It's kind of crazy to think about being so good at football, too, that you could retire during camp, come back, and then immediately get signed as well.
He's got a chance to start on that line. They lost 2 starters from a year ago on an O-line that wasn't good.
Lance has grown up. My dad kept the AC at 78.
Jeez, man.
Oh, my God.
Is
that a
you got to keep the
sauna?
bills down, dude.
My God.
All right, when we get back, let's close out the show with Ask the Bench here on OTB.
Off the bench.
Go to Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. We're done not reaching our full potential here in 2025, okay? I want to empower you to feel confident to go into Goodwood, get a consultation, get your labs drawn, see what's going on with your body, and then let them customize a plan to help you reach your goals. Because you can fight the aging process with science nowadays. And look, maybe it's HRT. And the studies on HRT are coming out more and more positive the more data that we get. And there is a ton of data at this point. So understand, if you want to achieve your peak sexual potential, your peak physical potential, Goodwood is there to help you accomplish that goal. Go to yourgoodwood.com.
Yep. Once you go to that website, you can see a full list of things they can help you out with. And, you can always call them as well, right? If you don't see it, or maybe you just want more information on something that you're dealing with and can they fix it, you can always have those conversations at 225-4GD-WOOD, and do not be embarrassed at all. Look, if there's a problem, they're going to get to the bottom of it. They are going to help you out. They are going to fix the problem. They are your solution. Go to the website today, yourgoodwood.com.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz vans.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
How quickly will this segment leave the rails? It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Welcome back to OTB. Time for a little Ask the Bench. Ooh, I like this song. I heard this song in a long time.
Nobody wanna see us together, but it don't matter, no.
'Cause I got you. Oh, man. I haven't heard this in a long time. Wow. Ask the Bench. How can I appeal a life sentence to horny jail for all these Tay Slay thirst traps? Asks my robot son, T-Bot. It is funny because now when I see Haley Van List's pictures, I always kind of have to zoom in and be like, is that Taylor's face?
You're welcome.
Or Haley's face?
Why are you zooming in, bro?
Because I don't want to feel a warming in my loins only to realize then that it's Taylor's face.
I see what you're saying.
It's,
You remember,
the
you remember
misdirection I'm not prepared for.
The hot chick? Remember where like Rachel
with Rob
Adams and Rob
Schneider?
Schneider switch? And he goes and becomes like the stripper or whatever in
Yeah.
her body. And at the end, the earrings change back and the face like slowly changes
I do
back
not
into
remember
him.
the hot chick that well. Rob Schneider, I think, is coming to Baton Rouge. Did I see a
Yes.
billboard
Yep.
saying that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, Bo. Hey, Rob.
Hashtag Ask the Bench. How many times have you missed a connecting flight? I think like once.
Like where it just like you couldn't get there. You tried
No,
to
it
get to
wasn't
the
my
gate
fault.
and
It was
run?
just like delays and whatnot. I've had probably 3 where I've been in a dead sprint all the way through like the Dallas airport and barely made it on time.
I think I've only had one. I had a work assignment for Sirius. I don't remember where I was coming back from. It might have been like a draft situation. I don't know, but I could see them shutting the door. And I'm like yelling, and they still wouldn't. And
it's okay. I'm a limo driver.
man, it cost me like a lot of money that I have to like get another flight because I was like, I'm not staying in Dallas tonight. I hadn't been home in forever. It's like one of those week-long assignments. I'm like, I'm getting home tonight, and so like I think I flew somewhere else and drove. It was a mess. Yeah.
You had trouble getting home from the Natty.
Yeah, well, that was
right because all the snow down
It was
here.
a hellscape.
That was something that I hope nobody ever has to go through. Ever
I mean, it took you like a week.
It did. Ask the Bench.
Everywhere I was, it was snowed.
Yeah.
Snowed in, snowed out, whatever you want to call it. And like I had the clothes on my body and a toothbrush and toothpaste and deodorant. And that's like all I basically, because my bags were.
And Panda Express.
Oh, I crushed
And Panda
that.
Express. That's all we had.
And that made me feel better for 30 minutes.
Is there a station policy not to reveal the reasons for an on-air suspension? Cough, Alondra.
She's hungover this morning, guys.
Very
Relax.
hungover, very hungover. No, she's just being a poodle, dude. You know? That girl better be ready.
Look,
Better be
honestly,
ready.
she gave you crap for it. So this is payback. She did.
Yeah,
she did.
yeah. No,
Don't
she deal with it.
be a poodle.
Hashtag Ask the Bench. Sorry. Shivering. Who beats who? 2003 versus 2007. No bias.
Like
The
LSU
LSU
Natties?
football teams. Yeah, obviously.
03 probably had a
They had a
better
better
D.
offensive line. We had a better quarterback.
Yeah, I think
running back, obviously.
I think the offensive 07's better.
The defense,
Their defense,
nothing
defense
to mess
was good.
around with.
Their,
The three defense was good.
their defensive line, like with Spears, Hill, Kyle Williams.
Then again, that
Chad
07
Lavallee.
defense wasn't nothing. If we could just get
Glenn Dorsey might be the best defensive player like in college out of the group.
and Ricky Jean is in that
Tyson
mix.
Jackson was
Yeah.
on that team.
So, like, I don't know, man. I don't think I can actually pick a winner there, to be honest.
Two different teams for sure.
Maybe
Different molds.
push comes to shove. I'll go with 3. Just kidding. 07, because they had 2-time Scout Team Player of the Week, T-Bob Baby on. All right, guys. We love you, and we'll see you tomorrow, Friday. Let's have ourselves a weekend.
Off the bench.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team color, team swag, and now your very own website, LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net, powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you.